Gasoline.
Oh, that smells great.
Fryers with gasoline.
That's an acquired scent, I'm pretty sure.
I think that's something a pyromaniac would do. Gasoline and fire.
I was gonna say fire would be, pyromaniac. Gasoline's more arsonist.
Yeah, there you go.
Because it's one thing to go, ooh, I really like fire, and another one to go, ooh, this is gonna make lots of fires.
Yeah. This will make that building burn down. Yeah.
Yay!
Though in America, with as many idiots that are hoarding gasoline, it might just be, oh, it smells like my backyard now.
Oh god.
I mean,
You giggle and think I'm joking, but I've seen plenty of photos of idiots here in Texas putting trash bags full of gasoline in metal sheds.
Oh
What?
no.
So I'm gonna laugh in a month or two when everything starts randomly catching fucking fire.
the fun fact is they do that on purpose on gender reveal parties for babies. They light those on fire on purpose. They literally blow up shit for that. They do anything.
Too bad it doesn't, they aren't closer to the explosion when it happens.
Yeah. Some are, but some aren't.
Not enough of them.
Not the ones that make this shit happen. Those are the ones.
One of those ones that alter water tables or set fire to forests. You need to be closer to that explosion. Give it a nice big hug.
Not to forget the family that thought it was a nice idea to feed a crocodile, like a colored food item, like right to their mouths to reveal the baby when the crocodile chomps it up. Yeah, that's kind of dangerous. Yeah.
Florida. Oh, they ain't dangerous. They're just the water doggers.
Florida, those are like bugs.
I can agree. Water doggers.
Yeah, but you think the Kezu hunting horn is adorable, and the Kezu is anything but. It's
She
like
finds
the only
the Kezu
single
is
hunter that kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies.
She finds the Kezu adorable too.
It is kinda. It's horrifying, but it's at the same time it's cute.
I could say so many wrong things now.
Yeah, everyone's resisting.
I'm pretty sure most of them would violate your Twitch terms of service, so I will refrain.
I know your pain. I share your pain.
Let's just throw out the small, short, concise, too long didn't read Monster Dong.
Monster Dolls.
Yeah, the Kezu, it's like that one that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every time Monster
It's the
Dildo store
foreskin
here.
monster.
Okay.
From Monster.
It's
Oh yeah.
no neck.
Oh, it's all neck. That's the thing, and it extends.
Yep.
When you
I still
excite
want
it
the
too
plushie.
much.
It expands when touched. Too much.
I want the plushie.
God.
There is super cute plushie of Keshu. I want that thing.
It's the one with the tongue out.
Yeah, with the tongue.
Oh, I gotta hurry.
My sock is a hole in it.
Gosh.
Why does your sock have a hole after this conversation?
Well, it had it way before the start of the day already.
Oh, okay, so it's a long-term hole. Got it.
Yep. Well, morning.
You know he likes his sneakers.
Oh yeah, true.
Morning wood, all that.
Through your toes. That's interesting.
Well, the toes are just like feet fingers. God.
I think I might call the game here and go and wash my brain.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure what you would have said about the Kezu would have been even more interesting.
Interesting is not the right word.
Yeah, peculiar.
Horrifying, disgusting, terrifying, disturbing. Interesting, probably not.
Arrest worthy.
Oh no, more like ban worthy, but.
Yeah. Picturesque.
Because they can't really arrest you for saying that sort of stuff, but they sure as hell Twitch, could go, well, guess who crossed a few too many lines?
Well, Twitch doesn't care about hot tubbing either. God.
Oh, God, my head.
Oh yeah, I meant to ask. Had Rax decided whether they were gonna sell that wand of the War Mage or give it to Shimsham?
It's still up for grabs if you want it.
I do need to
Because
check
I was-
one fact on it or not, just to make sure that other classes can
It
bind
works.
to it that aren't pure spellcasters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It only gives the +1 to the attack roll, so if she doesn't have any that requires attack rolls, then it's not gonna
Well,
work.
it's not even that. It may be a limited thing on who can actually attune to it.
Okay.
That's what
So
I'm
you
more
wanna-
worried
It was-
about.
I was planning to keep it anyway because if I want to change back to it, it's gonna be here. Yeah, that's just a saving throw too,
Yeah.
so it doesn't need it.
I think that was only
It has to be
tactical.
like,
Yeah, the tag actual.
yeah, it
Yeah.
needs to be like my
It is
fireball.
by a spellcaster, and
Like
I
this.
think bards count as
Yep.
spellcasters, so I think it's okay. It'd
Oh.
have to be something you'd have to test out in the system, though.
Also, make sure to cast that snare while you're at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that.
Oh,
For-
gee. I got a good roll.
Ooh.
Rascal, can you update my character real quick, remember?
What?
Yeah, neither of those are attack ones. You might as well sell it or keep it for yourself.
Yeah,
I
it's
will
like
keep
bards
it
don't
for
get
now.
Too many attack-based spells, so
Yeah.
What?
well.
I'm cool with
Let
whatever.
me rephrase that. They don't get too many
What is it?
attack roll-based spells. They have plenty of attack spells, but they're mostly just auto-saves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You shove it right down the black hole of a throat that dog calls, you know. its
God, that
mouth.
was a 19.
I'm putting the snare up on the
On the door.
door, just in case.
So
And I'm gonna take the long rest again because I assume we didn't do it yet.
Taiga,
yeah.
jump on my belly. Taiga. Ember. Taiga, stop. I've hung around with you too long. Your pets are rubbing off on me.
Yeah.
Aw,
Needs to be much chunkier to be a tiger.
Yeah,
Oh,
Taiga's a
Dream
Malamute
of
and not a
being
husky.
taiga.
Malamutes are quite a bit more size than huskies, after all.
To be honest, when she sheds, she goes to that size.
Yeah, and before she's a sheep.
bah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pet Kiki.
Ugh. I managed to carefully clip one kitty's claws today, so I'm getting less stabbed.
Oh yeah.
Aw.
Oh, but how can they show their love for you now?
Love bites are still a thing.
Yeah,
I
that's
updated you. You should have the whatever you were needing.
No, I had to fix that thing because
Yeah, you double picked a skill. I'm aware. So it's I just updated it. So whatever things you had picked should be up there now.
I will scratch the bird. The little bird.
Burb is a word.
Enya,
Burb. Yeah. The bird.
scratch the
I
bird.
will poke it. The
the
belly.
bird's name is Enya, right?
The belly.
I'm not sure where you scratch birds.
The bird's name?
Yeah, it was Enya, right?
Yes. It's
Okay.
it's a word for flame.
Oh no, I poke it too hard.
Or you just miss it.
Well, you kind of tried to pick up the bird to move it to your finger. Instead, you kind of squeeze it like a squeaky toy. With the world's saddest little.
Careful.
I'm sorry. I'm just
Don't
good
worry,
with these
it's
things.
fine.
It doesn't
The
seem to
flooding-
react in any other way.
Here, I'll just give you a handful of birds. Well, a handful of bird seed.
Full
Like
bird.
up. Here you go.
The Rax already has the
it
handful
up.
bird.
Yeah.
I
ma-
got
make-
the bird
make-
in my hand.
Make it up to the bird.
I give it the seed. And let it go.
Yeah, I mean, it does its thing.
Poor thing.
And time to lay down in bed, and Ember, jump!
Watch out for the lucky bird poop.
Lucky bird poop.
So,
Yep.
yeah, everybody long resting.
Oh,
That
Oh,
sounded painful. What did you just do?
hit my hand.
You are just gonna beat yourself up one of these days, aren't? We're gonna like flip over to your screen like your mic's gonna be shoved through your eye somehow.
I had it in my mouth before.
Well, that
Yep.
we expect that.
I hit my wrist rest just now.
What? Well, tell mommy. Mommy's in the kitchen. I'm not in the kitchen. Do I look like I'm in the kitchen?
No.
Mommy's in the kitchen with nuggies. Mommy's in the kitchen, you know.
Mommy's finishing up our dinner.
Nuggies.
I love nuggies too.
Breakfast nuggies.
Dad is the GM. Dad has to be present, or else the world does not work.
I'm gonna go pet Ember.
Present your ass in here and get food.
I'll make room for you.
I'm getting yelled at to eat.
Oh my god, my poor pets.
Oh my god, yeah, I don't know what you're reaching for, but
Holy crap.
if it's Dogger you were trying to pet and ended up punching it, and if it's the birder is now a squeaky toy again.
And I'll hand him a full hand of dog treats to make it up to the dog.
Can I try to do it again at a kitchen?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I assume you can do it on like that.
My poor pets.
There we
Oh, now how
go.
it goes.
Full. That's a perfect use of a 19.
Now the
Nope.
finger didn't go in the butt.
Okay.
Yeah, I petted Kiki with the 19 up here.
One used
Bird
one used the bird as a stress relief toy. The other one just I don't know what he did to the dog.
I made it up to the dog with the second roll.
Yeah.
At least he made it up. I didn't even bother.
Well, you gave it the seed that I gave you. I'm like the mom, like, oh well, here, take this. It'll help.
My cat's eyeing the poor traumatized bird.
Yeah, probably. You're gonna have to keep your cat away from the bird, I think.
Yeah, I'm making
Luckily, the
them
bird's in a cage, far away from danger around my neck.
Oh. Pretty soon you're going to be carrying everything just strapped to your body,
Yep.
and I'm gonna cast a fireball on you.
I'm gonna put a leash around my neck. I'm gonna get a double leash. One leash around my neck, the other one's around Ember's.
Morning does come. Connie's still passed out.
That's not good.
I'm gonna
You
get
do
the
wake up
Olga and Shashana.
to Ember dangling from your snare, though.
Oh.
Looking more pleased with himself than anything else.
Oh, good girl.
I'm gonna get Olga and Shashana. They are better with the girl than I am because
Yeah,
she
you
freaked
don't
out
get
last time when she saw me.
So, I mean, I guarantee
like
you
the
a
new-
kid that lives in rural Nowheresville has never seen something slightly demonic looking. Or a dragon.
And I mean, it probably wasn't a good thing for her to see first my dad and then me. So
Yeah. It's a little
Well,
one of it.
probably-
Oh god!
It probably wasn't a good thing for her to be just in a random place waking up with random people.
Yes.
I'm running up to
Yeah,
Does
Shashana
not
and Olga.
remember.
Go help
Yeah.
Olga with the girl. You guys are better talking.
I mean, she's
Yeah,
still
I'm
passed
going
out.
to eat with Greg Grunk. Bye.
She's still passed out though. There's just no talking.
Wake her up.
I mean, she's unconscious.
Shashana has lesser restoration.
Yeah, I was checking that. That could help paralysis, but I don't think it'll do anything for just regular unconsciousness.
Well,
We
it
can't have it.
also,
Yeah.
it does affect certain status issues like level drain and stuff, so
Diseases.
it's a possibility.
Diseases and everything like that. Or you can just try water. Flick some water on
I'm
it.
not gonna splash water on her face.
Well, I leave you girls to it. Greg Grunk, let's get breakfast.
Okay, oops, sorry.
I want to. This child is a burden. I disapprove.
Well, I disapprove of you too.
You are the good dogger though.
No, I
You
can't.
can
Not
call him home.
my ass. I'm just kidding.
You want to try lesser restoration? Maybe. Yeah, that's the best option you have.
It was a waste of a wish.
Don't do enemies abound. That's for sure.
Damn it.
Olga is the
It's not a
sweetheart.
waste of wish. I mean, if you guys wanted something else, you could have always suggested something, but no one did.
Dude, you hijacked it. I couldn't remember
I
like the other cool thing from sessions ago. Because I just
We talked about it.
No, I was the
Cool
first
thing
one
before that.
making the list. You were talking to everybody. No one had time to talk to something else.
We had sessions before that where we talked about it.
What? I can't hear Ayumi. What?
I said he took over because he was the first one who was like, we need to get this wish done with this, and no one else had a real chance to try to suggest something else.
Asmodeus
You are
heard us.
not going to have my food.
Sucker, I'm getting late tonight. You're not.
Yeah, I don't want that. But Asmodeus was the one hurrying us, not me. And we talked about it
That's
multiple
it.
sessions before that, and not a single person made a suggestion for a wish, so I guess it's your fault.
Lesser restoration?
Yes, but several of us suggested not to do it.
I only heard one person doing that.
I mean,
Asmodeus was already getting impatient.
Okay.
but
What is done, what is done. We can't go back anymore, so.
no going back.
No going back. Now we have a burden.
How does the
I'm actually teasing you, Spike, by the way.
how does the lesser restoration work on?
Was actually about to say, but everybody was still talking, so I wasn't going to interrupt.
Yep.
But
You're just so good.
it does cause her to open her eyes.
Okay.
Which who is in the
Sweet.
room?
I
Olga,
think
Shams,
Nisha,
and I
Sham,
will-
and Olga, yeah.
Okay. Let's
Persuade.
check her brain
Bren and
real
Rax
quick.
left for
Yeah, that's a-
breakfast.
I persuaded her that she is okay and with safe people, and then that Ryoko is her sister and loves her very much.
Aww.
Perfect.
I'm gonna check a couple extra rolls here. Okay. And
She
one
freaking out?
more.
Please don't freak out again.
That's what I'm checking on everything.
It's the dungeon
You're
master.
lucky I'm a benevolent DM that actually checks certain things just because I can.
Yep.
The lesser restoration actually restores the lost part of her memories. Because she
Wow.
immediately recognizes you three.
No, nice.
Not the bird and the dog,
It
but,
didn't need to be a greater restoration that I thought that it would be.
well, I mean, she's a kid, and it's not like she lost years and years of, knowledge. It was technically a couple days. Oh yeah, they're bringing you
Oh,
rasher of bacon after rasher of bacon. If anything, the cooks are more impressed on how much you can eat than anything else.
Distressed even.
And the nuggies! Chicken
Yeah,
nuggies!
So, but yeah,
Oh,
she
there you
does recognize you and gives your leg a big hug and.
Come on, kiddo.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
Oh yeah, I just heard his nuggets. I should have went and grabbed those. Fuck. I am.
Ryoko, we can train her into combat. She'd be so awesome. We can make her a ninja.
I will definitely do self-defense training at the very least.
Ninja, so are we going thief or are we going way of shadows monk?
Way of shadows.
Maybe a fighter like Big Sis.
Aw, there you go. I think we've got an extra short sword we can give her.
I mean, yeah, she could wield that as a two-handed weapon. She is a tiny little kid, so.
Oh, I still have her dagger from way back when.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, because I have a dagger too, I think.
Yeah, we had I remember we had
Even
The
if you
weapons
didn't,
would
I
give
mean,
us
it's not like you
extra
can't get a hold of a dagger in this town.
yeah.
We're trying to save money.
Yeah, because that one gold might break the bank.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, sling, a club. I mean, there's plenty of almost free weapons you guys could have given her, so.
I'll pick her up though and put her in my arms. Got to have her back.
Ah, yum. Good food.
No, no.
Yeah, very, very num. It is dinner and food is good, but yeah, she hugs you back and she's happy to see you all again. Now that the parts of her memory she lost, have been restored, and she seems to realize that you're the one who did it, Shimshana, and thanks you even harder.
Oh, well, there you go.
You're welcome.
So yeah.
And Ryoko,
Sis
you
is
hear
right
the
now.
horrid words coming from Connie's mouth. I want to grow up to be just like you.
Well, Sis is red now, and I have a dog and a bird.
Yeah. Oh, she liked the dog.
Oh, she definitely loves
Yep.
the dog, but everyone, including her, still is kind of mildly creeped out by the bird. Because she
Yep.
starts with it's a pretty bird, and kind of, does the finger wiggle thing at it, making noises, and the bird doesn't do anything, and she kind of gets that, doggy!
Yeah, well, the bird's Enya and the dog's Ember. Ember's a great girl, and I'll hand her over
Oh, yeah.
another full hand of treats to give.
And she is more than happy to give the doggo treats, and doggo loves new treat friend.
Ember's getting pampered.
But you guys do hear the breakfast warning bell that they're going to change meals soon if you don't get downstairs.
Let's go. Ninja Vanish, I'm going down. Let's go eat. Hello, friends. What do you got? What'd you order? Grimcock, did you order the seconds?
I've already eaten thirds.
Yeah, as I say, he's on fourths now.
I have
Yeah.
nuggies.
He has cockatrice nuggets. They're delicious and nutritious. Tastes kind of like chicken.
Kind of like chicken.
Finally.
Oh.
So did it go well?
Yep. Connie's not gonna freak out.
Oh,
You're
nice.
right. Yeah.
Well, she does skip down the stairs and gives you and Kronk a hug and says greets you and says it's nice to see you guys again.
Oh, nice to meet
Oh.
you.
Now you remember. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
what's
what
the
are you guys
plan for
planning
today?
on doing with your day?
Good question. We've
I
got
mean, I
lots-
know that Shamshana wants to go somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Oh, actually, while we're in the Adventures Guild, we should hand over
Oh yeah.
The
the
name
Hey,
tag.
Ryoko.
Worm Rodal, Aaron Rodal, and Nomo Rete.
Hey, Ryoko.
Oko.
Ryoko!
Oi,
Yo,
Germany!
You're muted.
Oh, didn't hear I was muted. Hello, what's up? Sorry.
Good job.
It's okay. Do you want her trained?
Self-defense would be nice, but I don't want to take her into battles with us.
If we get back to the other side towards where I live, my dad can train her.
Yeah, to be
Be
honest.
good.
That would be awesome.
I mean, if you guys try to send him a message, he might be able to just teleport her over.
We can try
Because
that.
he
I mean-
is pretty powerful. I mean, after all, he took care of a half-orc child.
All the way up to her adulthood.
I'll bow down to Connie and ask if she would be ready to train. To get stronger like Big Sis.
And it can be in more than just fighting. I mean, he is a mage after all.
Oh yeah, she can choose. I'll let her choose what she wants to be.
He's skilled and knowledgeable enough that he would honestly know what she would eventually excel at.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So, it's one
Yeah,
of
that
those.
would be a safe place for you.
I mean, he's literally centuries old. He's
Are you
raised
ready to-
fighters. He's raised mages. He's raised a couple sorcerers and warlocks. He's the ultimate foster father.
Are you ready to train with Olga's dad?
Just she never met Olga's dad, so.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, she kind of gives you looks like I. Sure, I mean,
We're gonna be heading out on much more adventuring, and you gotta become strong like Big Sis. So I'll be sure to visit you though.
you promise.
He's really good with kids, sweetie.
And it's a very safe place for you.
Yeah.
No one can hurt you in there.
Yeah, I mean, he is probably one of the safest places you could put her.
Yeah, no one better to protect her than the overpowered fucking guy.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Just when you knock on the door, remember to duck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she'll be okay for a couple of years. She's still small.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what? Here, and I'll put off my, the chain with the birdcage on and put it around her.
the birdcage?
Yes.
You're giving the bird to
I mean,
her?
she's
With
kind
them.
of stumbling under that, sort of weight, but...
Give her the dog, a better companion.
Aw.
The dog's gonna stay with me for a while.
Yes.
Creepy.
I have to throw the dog into, danger at least once.
Please take good care of Enya, even as a mystery as he is.
She-
Honey, and it's actually a boy.
Say what?
Yes.
And you're the boy.
Yeah. That's
Yes.
what. I mean, I know it's a boy. That was the whole idea.
We need to send
Our
a
bard
message
is
then.
displaying the intelligence stat.
Excuse me. That's... Jesus Christ.
It's
Pardon me.
interesting when the barbar is the one suggesting the good ideas.
Well, to be fair, it's not like it's not like you're retarded or something.
Well, I guess it's in some way it's related to smashing things.
And I mean, Olga is the sweetest one of us all. So,
Easily,
of
yeah.
course,
Yeah, the one with.
of
good
course
past.
you do the good and caring choices.
The one with the non-traumatizing past.
And the good girl
Like,
anyway.
literally, my past is I saw my foster father do all these cool things, and I wanted to do it too.
Yep.
That's cute.
And my parents wanted me dead.
To be fair, not at the beginning.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened to Ryoko's parents?
The dad probably not either, but the mom sure as hell.
just childhood trauma.
Yeah.
The things that make all heroes and stuff.
Sam Shanna had the awesome adopted family. She doesn't give a crap who her original parents are.
Aww.
Oh.
So, okay.
Yeah.
I have a
Sure.
little of both. I have adoptive parents and I have real parents because my mom was still there when I first showed up.
Also, I completely forgot. What did we want to give into the guild thing?
You wanted to give the name
Magic.
tags from the fallen adventurers.
Oh, right.
Because there's usually some sort of reward for doing so. There was a
that's
fancier
not
word that I
yes.
would have used, but my brain completely shat itself, so...
Everyone seems to share that today.
It's been that kind of day for me.
And I mean, we can ask about the message at the same time.
Yep.
Good idea.
And do it.
And I do want to write a letter to Elvira, though.
There we go. I need to update Olga's dad. I forgot I added a new item I hadn't finished at the time to him.
Oh.
Let's
even
just say
stronger.
he's been around. He's done a lot of things for a lot of people. There's a reason he's as he is.
Oh, I think I get what you're hinting at.
You stupid bitch! Ah! Fucking hell, cat! Jesus Christ!
Oh my god. Unfixed cat attacks are the worst.
It was cat dangling from my damn leg because she jumped wrong and smashed her head on the fucking chair.
Oh.
The worst part is as she's digging into my flesh, she's giving me the look like, oh god, how did this go so wrong?
I know the pain. Like, Spike.
So I am terribly sorry about everyone's ears, but god damn it. She's not
Don't worry,
smart
it's
enough to
fine.
jump onto the chair. She tries to jump through the chair.
I remember, you know those kinds of kneading things, like the massaging things cats do a lot when they're comfortable?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spike did that and he managed to slide off my leg with his claws deep in my leg. Yeah,
Nice.
that was fun.
Let's see. Right.
You had 4 slashing damage.
Yeah, I think it was more than that. That felt like a crit.
Oh man.
I guess I'm gonna go to the person who was on the desk.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't even get it that bad from Shadow. I accidentally rolled over on her 2 nights ago, and I was woken up by a cat
Oh,
and a criminal bite.
Aw.
no, no.
Ooh, okay. Ow. Did I ever make that item for you, Olga? The once a day message for him?
No.
I forgot to do that because he did give you that little thing just so you could send him messages.
Well, that's handy.
Yeah.
I mean, Olga's dad loves her and wants to keep in contact with her.
Of course.
We
So
appreciate that.
it was something
And
I forgot
Olga's
to throw in there.
forgetful.
Yeah, but it is something you should have had, and we'll add it in there. It's just a little rock that you kept as a kid. He's always, you've always had it for him. So once a day it'll do the, it isn't the message, it's the better one that allows a reply.
Sending.
Sending, thank you. Same, restrictions. If he's in another plane, there's still that chance of failure, which is not unheard of for him.
Yeah.
God.
That man has been everywhere.
You should take a look at his sword sometime.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure Grin Kronk would, cream his pants on that.
Yeah. Probably.
But yeah, I'm gonna approach the guy on the desk and put the tags down. By the way, if you found this,
Ooh, yeah, he
Couple of
looks at it and he
adventurous
gets that
knowledge.
sort of look, when you see something you don't really want to see, because it's never a good sign.
Yeah.
And he goes, gotta ask the usual questions then. Where did you find them?
what was the name of the temple? The Serpent Temple?
That one
Serpent
was
Jade Temple.
Yeah.
the Green Serpent Temple.
Yeah.
And he's, kind of, alright, and notes it down, does a couple things, was there any hostiles that you had to clear out in the conquering of?
No, I think they messed up in the trials of the temple. It was a puzzle kind of thing.
Oh, okay, well,
They had
is it still
something
active
coming
then?
up from their chests. I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, we'll send out a higher level thing and check out then. Make sure it's safe to go back into.
Whoa.
And he notes down a
Cat's
couple
moving
things.
me.
Huh?
The cat's moving Olga.
Plunged to the bottom of the ocean.
What happened?
I think the
Oh,
cat.
they decided to go for a swim.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
acrobatics. Or, Or, athletics was showing.
Oh no. A polite lady doesn't show that in public. But yeah, he does. He asks to see your what you call it.
Kill badge?
Thank you. Yeah, your identification, so he can write down some of the information about who found it. Blah 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 blah.
I will show mine.
The Chaos United.
And Pete starts to make down all the notes and goes, okay, according to that, and he pulls up a little book that you can see as he opens it. Instead of being filled with writing, it starts filling with illusionary pictures and notes of things, and flips until he stops at a page and goes, okay, it's was reported as this, so that would be any, you're pretty sure he's doing calculations on a magical arquebus that's just a little square in his hand, because he's pressing things and saying sums and numbers and stuff like that. And eventually he goes, alright, so the going fee with the rate of danger and everything else it would be a total of 82 gold.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
So, and he hands you a bag with that amount after he counts it out to you. You know, 1, 2, 3, blah 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 blah. So.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's a shame you had to find them like that, but at least their next of kin can know.
Yep.
So, but okay, so that is done. So Olga, were you planning on sending a message to your dad or not?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. What are you telling him? Because it is your dad. Keep that in mind.
Yes, I know. But it's also Olga's, so he's expecting something slightly broken.
Yeah, but I mean, depending on how you word things, there may or may not be a misunderstanding.
I can just imagine how Olga says that, hey, we got you a new child. Here we go.
Or even worse, hey, we have a problem we need you to fix, and you can imagine how that might affect things.
Actually, I was thinking somewhere in between those two.
So,
Like, hey, guess what? We have a child for you to raise. There's a problem with it.
oh god.
Okay.
That's perfect.
So is that what you're sending?
Everyone else.
Well, I was going to say it's where we are. We're so far away and whatnot.
Oh, that's cute. You think that sort of thing's a problem for him. You're adorable.
It's Olga. It's not exactly like she doesn't remember everything.
So.
As long as he doesn't teleport us away from here.
Yeah.
So, I want to make sure, Olga, what are you telling him? Olga.
I want to start with the usual, just hide at.
Well, I mean, this is the way sending works is you can send one sentence to the other person, basically. One short
I think
message.
it was 24 letters or something.
I think it's a little longer. I think it was 24 words.
Yeah.
Because it can be a
Okay.
decent message. It's just you have to, stay within that amount. I can check real quick.
That's true. It was words. Yeah, it's 24 words.
Okay.
long.
Yeah, it's like
So that is
24
good.
letters is way
Yeah.
too small.
Okay, so
Because
I
the
guess
basic
I would
system.
probably go,
Meow. Meow.
Dad, because I wouldn't word it as multiple sentences.
Meow.
I would probably just
25 words or less. So.
I'd probably just put everything together like his one sentence.
Just say everything really fast.
It's just, hey Dad, I need your help. Got a little girl that needs taking care of.
Fair enough. Meow. Meow. Anything else you care to add? You gonna shred my fucking leg again, cat?
Teleport her to you.
Dumb kitty.
Let me first you can use it.
Okay, so you send that particular thing. Meow.
Get the word meow a couple times.
Yeah.
Meow, meow, meow.
He now has a tabaxi servant because he's, that kind of guy.
Oh.
Your daddy went furry, Olga. He went furry.
Well, that's about right.
But after about 2 or 3 minutes, you do receive a message back that says, "Okay, make sure a 10-foot area around you is open."
Oh.
Okay,
That's
guys,
cool.
we need to get somewhere open, like a 10-foot area.
And he also make sure there's a 10-foot area. Look at it.
Oh, you can see through your eyes.
So I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom save or choose to fail a wisdom save, Olga.
Okay.
Well, are you gonna make one or you choose to fail?
You probably want to fail.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I'd make it
Okay.
anyway.
It would
Be
be
careless.
pretty damn hard, but go for it. Come on,
Yeah, I
tell
did
me
it.
which one you're choosing so we can move on.
It's gotta be a natural
Fail
for
it.
me.
You fail it? Okay. You feel your eyes kind of tingle for a few seconds, and let's see how well he casts the spell. Oh, good for him. He lands directly in the center of the spot you guys cleared out for him.
Oh,
Just boom!
That would
Which
have hurt if
Connie
you
kind of
did.
goes. Because teleportations are not quiet. Most of the guild kind of looks for a second, but some of them have obviously seen teleports before. And he is actually fully battle ready from what you see him wearing. He's got his armor, he's got his sword at his side. You know, everything he normally carries when he's expecting trouble, he is wearing.
I will give him a hug.
Which, yeah. After he does a quick glance and sees you going for the hug, he does the hug and is like, so no trouble? Yes?
Well, it's not trouble as in something to kill.
Well, you're always so vague about things, honey, and for all I know, it could have been, oh, we have to get this child out of this, evil cultist den for the third time. Which he turns to Connie and goes, hello, young lady. Which, there's a very... Hello. And
We
you're-
already saved her, but we need you to
Oh my
take
cultists.
Which, yeah, he does take the time to greet each one of you in turn again, shakes hands or gives hugs according to whichever you'd like. And he remembers each one of your names, apologizes again for hitting you in the face with an acid splash, Ryoko.
It's fine.
I still feel bad about it. I mean, sorry still.
Don't worry. It's all good. Thanks to you, I got to taste your wonderful self-brewed wine, which was more than enough to make up for it.
Now, that's good to hear. Speaking of which, and he actually reaches into what you are pretty sure is a bag of holding, because it looks like about a fist-sized pouch, and pulls out another bottle and goes, for you.
Oh, thank you.
So, shakes your hand again, Rax, asks you if the spells were handy, if they helped you out any or not.
Very handy.
I'm glad to hear it.
Saved me a couple times.
And he kind of, as he's, shaking your hand, is like, oh, you've gotten better, haven't you?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, well, if you do need some more spells, by all means, get in contact. I probably have a few scrolls I could throw your way, if nothing else.
Oh. That sounds fun.
Always here to help my daughter's friends. And, of course, Shimshana, he gives you a nice, tight hug. Doesn't, show any sort of, discomfort as you obviously grab his ass, which is nicely toned. And, greets you again. It's like, I can't wait to hear another one of your performances. I've heard so many stories. Oh, yeah. Which, Olga, pretty much everyone sees just the full double hand goose going on. Because Shimshana is not subtle about it.
He's had too many ass grabs in his lifetime.
He
really
goes to
have
bards
cats, do
and
you?
things like that. He can sense horny
is,
from a mile
what,
away.
several thousand years old.
Shana, you need to... Forget it. You like that, I can see it.
Hey, Dad.
Well, this is the ultimate DILF. So,
Oh,
but
yeah.
yeah,
Especially
Issues.
yeah.
but he does greet you all, and of course, notices breakfast is still being served, and goes, ooh, mind if I grab a bite to eat while we're discussing everything?
I mean, we're still at it.
Okay.
Woohoo!
He
Get
pulls up a
breakfast.
seat, shouts something in halfling at first, realizes there's not a halfling, and switches back to common. It's like, most of the guilds have halfling chefs. I'm a little caught off guard there. But
we're in Ebony right now. Oh wait, XT.
I couldn't hear you. What?
Oh, I was just saying, yeah, we're in Ebony water right now.
Ebony
Oh, I
water.
mean, I hadn't been back here for... And he kind of gets that thinking, far away look in his head, got mugged somewhere down memory lane. 3 decades? 4 decades now? Haven't had much of an issue here. They're pretty well guarded by their own. I mean, that's kind of what happens when you have a opaline dragon guarding your city, so...
Oh, she's an opaline dragon.
Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, she's actually one of the crystalline types.
Oh.
That was the thing that people were not sure about, and it's been a debate.
Have you met her?
Ever.
Oh, I've done work for her. She actually traveled with me once or twice.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
So,
Very.
Is she nice?
as long as you aren't causing trouble, yes, she's extremely pleasant to be around.
Huh.
Oh, the fun times we had. Nothing's
I'm
more
sure someone
hilarious
at
than watching
this
a
point
beautiful
has
woman
recognized-
slap an uppity god.
Oh,
By all means, do not get on her bad side. I don't even want to get on her bad side.
At this point, I'm sure somebody has noticed him by now.
Oh, several people have noticed him. Like I said, teleports are not quiet.
No, I meant that recognizes him.
Oh yeah, you can see a few of them, with that. Is that who I fucking think it is? Is that? No, it can't be. Sort of things going off in the corners and shit. Because your dad's famous, but he's technically been retired for quite some time. I mean, he hasn't been actively adventuring in honest capacity for at least 20 years. He's more or less kind of settled down in your hometown, but it's not like, he's fucking public figure #1 of adventure sort of thing, like the top 10 best known sort of things.
Do you speak Draconic?
Of course.
And I want to ask him in Draconic if he happens to know any place where I could get information about Bahamut.
Oh, well, what kind of information?
Uh,
Because that's going to very much change where you might need to look.
well, potentially a way to speak to Bahamut.
Well, there's a few spells that would let you, and you feel a tingle in your mind. Do you want to make a wisdom save?
No.
Okay. You hear his voice in your head. He is using telepathy. And he goes,
Whoa.
I need more details to help you. Which the whole time he's keeping eye contact and shoveling food in his mouth while holding a few side conversations.
Okay, then I guess we'll have like the quiet side conversation in my mind.
Yeah,
And
if you
I'll
want
just-
to do it through whisper, that's fine. Otherwise, yeah. You could
I'll just say I'll think about my path.
Okay, and you can feel a little bit of surprise, but not like overwhelming. Like he probably has at least heard of or had contact with your tribe sometime in the past. He was like, oh, okay.
And I'll think one more sentence, which is, please don't tell anyone.
Oh, well, that's why I used the spell. Of course I'm not going to share this. If you wanted it to be, public, you would have been shouting out, hey! Stop! So do not worry on that part. So
Okay.
I will eventually need to specify a few things with you to see exactly, by all means whisper me exactly what you're trying to contact him about, and I can
Okay.
give you more of an answer, because
Yep.
I'm still a little fuzzy, especially after what you said yesterday, if you're serving him or you're serving Io. What are
Yeah,
you
I'll-
looking for under the table, Shimshana?
Orange thing.
Did you drop your nugget in there?
Oh, no. Remind
Poor
me.
cat's probably like, what the fuck are we doing under the table?
Well, the cat's sitting on the table enjoying her now unattended plate.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Kitty don't mess around. Are you trying to
Yo,
figure
Giga.
out how endowed Vanfir is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Comment?
thought. Well, to be fair, he's not wearing tight breeches.
Damn.
Should
He's
Been more
a
worried.
he is a wizard, you know. He's not gonna run around in like leather pants, even though he totally is. I forgot he was trained in that, wasn't he? That's right, but I stand corrected. He actually is in studded leather, and yeah, you are not disappointed.
Oh, there you go.
Sweet.
So you're gonna sidle in closer, probably. There you go.
What? No. I discreetly moved back up and pretend I wasn't doing that.
Okay.
Even though I was clearly caught by Rax.
Well, it's not like you were being subtle about it when you lean under the table and go, "Oh gods."
Hey,
But,
Did you like what you see?
oh yeah. And I also think I'm being sneaky, even though I'm not.
I mean,
I did.
if you want to be sneaky, by all means, you know, make a stealth thing to see if you can kind of pull it off as, "Oh, I'm picking up my fork" or something.
I'll
Oh,
drop
darn.
one of my nuggets. Oh no, Chef Shadow, can you pick that for me?
I certainly will. I will also eat it because there's a 5-second rule.
Yes.
Have it.
5 seconds before the cleaning mimic eats it up.
No. Or
That's
it
mine.
turns into the nugget and bursts your insides open.
No, I mean the guild has a cleaning mimic. It goes across the floor like a Roomba.
I want one!
It's
I
quite tame.
want one!
So
We're freaked out.
it literally just goes around eating dirt, dust, and any sort of drop table scraps.
Olga's
That's
being
not follow-
controlled
following
by kittens again.
God, everyone is
Kitten is
just
very skilled.
dad's
Yeah.
getting clawed, mom's getting loved.
Oh,
I start following the Roomba.
So-
You are so cute.
It's got like
Oh.
one little eye stalk with a little eyeball, and the whole time it's just.
I'll feed it. I'll keep dropping
Oh, as soon as
things.
you drop food, it like immediately kind of makes this. Well, I'd like to say a sharp turn, but it's like this old jalopy kind of turn across a road. It's wide and slow, and it starts heading right to the food, hits it, yum 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 yum, and keeps going. And every time you drop the food, it does that same slow turn backwards. Apparently, it's
so
not
cute.
quite smart enough to realize it can just back up over it. It is always going forward, and occasionally it does bump into things.
I keep following it and feeding it things.
Yeah, we
So
can get
exactly like a Roomba without reverse.
Yo. Oh, get the cat to sit on.
I probably wouldn't recommend that.
It will eat the cat.
Oh,
no,
okay.
kitten, no.
But not quite like a Roomba.
It is still a mimic, and while it's not dangerous, you probably don't want to risk putting things on it that you may not want to have it try to eat.
Okay.
So, I mean, if it touched you, it's not gonna like immediately eat through your shoes or something like that.
What about... Where's my medicine? I got too much weight on me anyway. Yeah. I tossed it some medicine.
It might feel kind of neat if it ate the shoes off your feet.
I mean, if you left them there long enough, it would eventually eat the shoes off your feet. But I'm saying if it got on your shoes, it's not like they're immediately going to be forfeit. And yeah.
Oh, that's a big...
Same thing. As long as it's like pretty much a bite-sized thing, you can suck it down almost immediately. But if you like threw a big chunk of venison, it's starting to just kind of work its way through it.
I think that was about a pound's worth of medicine.
Yeah, it kind of hits it, and you hear the sucking sound go from a to.
What are you feeding it? Feed me.
And after about 2 minutes of that horrible sound, which most people are looking at it now, kind of concerned, you hear a Foop, and it just kind of bloats up and starts sliding away.
I walk to the desk and ask, where can I get one of those? I want one.
Well, there's actually a shop in the north quarters that sells them.
Oh damn, I need to go there.
Yeah.
So who wants to explain to my dad to take care of the kid?
I guess because it's my responsibility, I will attempt.
It's your grandpapa.
I still hear him in my head though, so I guess I can just think about it.
Well, he can hold the conversation at the same time. Whether or not you can is a totally different
Yeah.
matter. So,
Exactly. But actually, yeah, maybe someone else could do it because my brain is busy. If that makes any sense, God, saying these things out loud sounds so weird.
Persuasion?
Yeah. Persuade him and make it sound like a really good idea.
okay.
I'll let you push it up. Because I get bad luck when I try to push it.
I don't know.
Guidance has been kind of crippling you lately, but you can add it after the fact because I'm, you know.
So I persuade Olga's dad that we have found the perfect candidate for him to put lots of love and full training into. Also congratulate him. He's a grandfather now.
But she's not Olga's.
Well, technically, it's
Oh.
not Olga's kid, but you know, he goes, "You
Kinda.
don't have to give me a speech about it. I mean, it wouldn't be the first child I took in." And he kind of looks at her and, if you want to make an Arcana check to see what he's doing, you can.
I know.
I'm curious. Ah, nope.
You don't recognize the spell he's using.
Whoa.
Nice,
You made it.
Jonah, actually. But not
Actually-
quite high enough to figure out what it is.
Darn.
I'll give it a shot. Oh, no.
He doing the finger wiggler thing.
I'm still too focused on the Roomba thing. The little mimic.
Oh man, you rolled a 2. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh. You did something.
Yeah, and for a brief second, Connie kind of glows multiple colors. Like, it starts off with a kind of a pale blue, a very pale red, a much brighter sort of a green color, and then a very, very bright purple.
She's okay.
Which he goes, "Oh, I haven't seen a sorcerer in years."
Yeah, there you go.
Which she kind of gives him a confused look at that.
Oh, magic. Nice.
She has the.
I
She certainly
approve.
has the talent in it. It seems. That, or she would still make a fairly decent mage.
What do you want? Do you want to become a sorcerer? Or
And she goes.
sorceress?
She kind of looks at Rax and goes, "So I can be like him?"
Yeah,
Well,
you
a
can do
little
pretty
different.
things.
I
You
use
don't get
magic
one.
too.
You don't get horns.
Which she looks a little disappointed in the "you don't get horns" part.
Yeah.
Well, I can make your skin tone change with this necklace if you really want to.
Well,
But,
God.
You know,
I
Vampire
doubt
goes,
you want that.
Please don't."
I will not.
make
but
her red.
Yeah, I doubt you'd want that. So, you look great as you are.
But you surely can do the nice sparkly effects that I used to do.
Have these horns if you want them, though.
I walk over to the little girl and I tell her, he's the best mage. He will make sure that you learn everything.
Heck yeah.
He can even teach you how to fight like Ryoko.
Oh, easily.
Make
No.
self-defense. Heck yeah.
I don't think she could manage to be a blade singer. I mean, that does take a little bit more training than a human life generally lasts. So, But I can at
Okay.
least make sure she knows her way around a weapon or two.
I believe he knows what the best path for you is. So, can I entrust you with following his guidance?
She kind of, nods and is like, oh, and I can always send you sendings to update you on how she's doing on things and such.
That would be wonderful.
So, and he goes, I almost
Yeah.
forgot. And he hands Olga, a small metal disc. And he goes, next time you need me for something, put this on the ground. And he tells you a specific word, and he goes, it is etched on the back in case you forget.
Smart idea.
Yes.
Would we be able to send them care packages occasionally?
I mean, I won't say no.
Is there a way?
Fine.
Is there anything you could give me to stay in contact with Connie?
I don't have an extra sending stone at the moment, but like I said, I can cast a
Okay.
spell on her so she can contact you every now and then.
Please make sure you take good care of Enya as well.
Which he looks at the bird and kind of goes, that is an odd creature you have there.
Yeah,
It's an interesting one, isn't it?
very mysterious.
Oh, no.
Olga's honest. She goes, it's dumb.
You aren't a... Oh, okay, well, yes, I'll make sure it's safe.
Okay.
Which,
Can I inside him?
Yes, go for it.
Can we all?
Yeah, if you want to. I'm gonna have to roll his deception real quick.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Now, you might beat him because he's not particularly skilled at deception. But yeah, if you want to check, go for it.
Ah, fuck it. Might as well try.
You might get them 20
No.
anyway.
I mean, I have +2, but
Yeah.
nothing special.
God damn, Rikonk.
That's what I meant.
Ooh.
Nature
That's the 20 can
strikes.
come.
Woo! Nice.
Anybody else?
+5. Do you want to try some? Insight.
Insight.
Insight. Well, oddly enough,
And the cats.
Kitty strikes. Bye, Olga.
Into the ocean again.
Why is this cat doing this to me?
And they say
it's
cats hate
hilarious.
water. This cat loves water.
Oh yeah. Well, loves throwing others into water. Oddly
Yeah.
enough, Rax and Goodkronk manages to tune in on something he might be. At least the idea he might not be completely forthcoming with what he knows on this.
It is a demon.
Oh no, it's not a
Sweet the
demon.
bird. They
What?
thought it
What
was
are you
on
talking
one.
about?
And he once again starts to cast a spell, which Arcana, if you want to figure out what it is.
Sure.
What the fuck?
He thinks it's a demon too.
He
Oh
must
no,
be.
no, it's not a demon. You
Is it someone who's been turned into a bird? Enchanted? That'd be cool.
Does it have a negative intelligence
Not
score?
quite on that, but and when he finishes casting the spell, Rax, you realize it is a modified version of Identify.
Oh. Okay.
You're pretty sure it might be a custom spell done by him. It's a mixture of True Sight and Identify, which everyone looking at the bird for a brief couple seconds, it seems like the bird's shrouded in flames.
It is.
You have half of a phoenix.
It's only
What?
half?
Yeah, I've only seen something like this once or twice. Someone split its essence and somehow you've collected half of it.
Wait a minute.
Good
They were
job.
talking
Physical.
about the ruins. They were talking
Yeah.
about the ruins with the baby phoenix.
So yeah, this
Would you
is just
happen
a
to know about-
physical. What? Sorry.
Would you happen to know about the ruins near the city? They were talking. There were rumors about a baby
where
phoenix.
the Demi-Lich's ruins.
Yeah, they were talking about rumors of a baby phoenix
Oh, there's
being in there.
no telling what he kept in there.
Could it be that
I mean, if anything, it's possible. I mean, Bob knew quite a bit. He would be able to split essences like that. I mean, Demi-Lich.
Would you recommend me holding on to the bird if we go through the ruins?
I would recommend not having it in public, because if someone else recognizes what it is, they would want to get a hold of it.
Is it possible for you to take it in momentarily?
Oh, I can certainly house it until you decide what to do with it or find its other half.
That would be probably the best thing to do right now.
So...
Alright, we're buying every cardinal we see.
Oh,
we will
God.
find all the phoenixes.
First, the orc covered in twig blights, and then the dragon covered in cardinals.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Birds of a feather as it is.
Edit.
Don't think about eating birds.
As he's eating his cockatrice nuggets.
Imagine eating a half.
Well, to be honest, if you kill a phoenix, they come right back and their meat's quite tender.
Wow.
Also, the eggs are just as good, and if you smash them, they almost instantly regenerate, so omelets for everyone if you have one.
Oh, jeez.
Interesting.
But,
Well-
yeah, I mean, if you find it, by all means, contact me, and we can... I know a couple tricks to, put things like that back together.
You can finally have your phoenix. That'd be awesome.
Yep.
So it's
I'll
not
leave
a
it in
greater
your care.
one by any means. It's just a mere child, from what I can tell. It's not going to be combat worthy or anything, and it certainly wouldn't mature in your lifespan.
I mean, Phoenix is a Phoenix. I'll take it.
Just
And I mean,
if you do complete it, I wouldn't flaunt it, because those are extremely popular for a lot of restorative magical stuff.
you know the best thing? Every time we talked about Phoenix, my sword went whoop, whoop, whoop,
Yeah,
whoop.
bink, bink. Well, only if you're holding it. Otherwise,
Oh, yeah.
you're okay.
Then
So if you
I'll,
have your
like,
sword in your hands, poof, poof, poof,
Yeah,
poof, poof.
then I'll show them the sword because, well, they seem to be quite drawn to phoenixes.
Oh,
And the sword turns on.
not a bad one. And he actually pulls out his, which even without detect magic on Rex, you can see this thing is just fucking oozing magic.
Oh,
Which
right.
is a
Ow.
very ornate, very beautiful scimitar he pulls out. So and he's like, this is my personal favorite. So, and he flips around a couple times and sheaths it like without even looking. Ooh,
You're
That is-
showing off again, Dad.
I am not showing off.
You have a good eye for good craftsmanship. That's for sure. That's a
Oh,
beautiful blade.
This is one of the other gifts I've got for services rendered.
Interesting.
So it's amazing what you get from certain gods,
I just
demigods,
Yeah.
greater things, those sort of
The
stuff.
good deeds.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing
Put
wrong.
all the candles on the table.
And it's like, which when he does put it away, he accidentally drops something from one of his other pockets, which looks like a small topaz stone. Once again, Rax, if you want to try to see what it might be, and oh yeah, he likes the ice burn. It's like, I actually used to have one of my own. Rex,
Yep.
you do
You're
recognize what that is as he's picking it up off the ground. It is a Topaz Spell Gym. Which, if you're not familiar with it, is a gemstone that can contain spare spell.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
So, which he actually, kind of gets that look in his eye like he remembered something. Goes, I was going to give you something else I thought of, but you're already wearing one. And he kind of pulls out the corner of another robe of stars from his bag and puts it back. I found it in
yeah.
an old chest of mine. I haven't wore that since I was about 400 years old.
These are very nice. Got it on today.
I'd rather these things get used. I mean, I have a few knickknacks here and there. But, yeah, Olga, and he kind of looks at you again. When you put down the disc, make sure no one's in about 15 feet of it.
Okay.
Which, He goes, I'll demonstrate real quick, and asks several of the other adventurers there to help him clear a spot, and like they're falling over themselves trying to help this guy because apparently it's made its way around the room who the hell this guy is. And he, says the word, kind of flips it like a coin. Just, you've seen him do this, Olga, before. He's just trying to show off at this point. It lands directly in the center where he's aiming it, and a teleportation circle pops up. It's like, this one I've made myself so I can always remember where it is, and I won't be as guessworky with showing up. And he says the word again, and it goes right back to the little, metal disc that it was. It's like, and the reason I say not to be within the range of that when you say the word is, do you have any idea how hot magic lines are when they form?
Ooh.
Yep.
Bits could be removed.
Scorching.
Mega rogue bird.
What?
Mega rogue bird.
Yeah, I mean, it's when you watching, it's like if you threw it at somebody for a weapon, they'd probably easily be able to get out of the way because it's not like an instant light up. It's like very hot metal forming out sort of speed. So if you held somebody down in it, maybe, or if they weren't paying attention, but like anyone that saw it coming would be able to get out of the way. Before somebody has the bright idea to try to use it like the portable fortress. But he is finished with breakfast, and he's like, and he kind of looks around. It's like, I should probably get going before I get swamped for autographs. And he's kind of looking around at a few people that are starting to edge closer, getting braver.
Oh boy.
Goodbye, Connie. I'll be sure to visit you.
Which she, gives you a good big old hug. Bids everyone goodbye. Thanks you again, Shimshana, for fixing her brain.
Sorry about everything.
Brain.
And he says a few magic words, puts his hand on Connie, who's holding your little birdie, and poof, they're gone.
I forgot.
Amber's just like, whoa.
Yeah, which again, there's a whapoom, and everybody looks.
That's a friend.
Oh dear. You guys are more approachable.
Uh-oh.
Which, as soon as you say that's our friend, about half the internals of the guild start running up and asking just barrages of questions. The first one, of course, was that really Vanfir Donovan?
I point at Olga. That's her.
Oh Lord.
We might want to keep a low profile.
It's her dad. Whoop! You're his daughter.
I'm taking the people to get more nuggets.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start shoving people, so y'all might want to help.
Yeah.
They're not like being handsy or anything, but they are all crowded around you now going, what was it like being raised by him? Is he as strong as they say? I heard he lifted 14 mountain giants by himself. The usual slew of probably might have happened, and somebody was on lots of alcohol saying they traveled with the guy before.
I'm just leaning on the wall and enjoying the show.
Yeah, I'm just sitting back, still eating.
Yeah, I mean, like, all the other tables are pretty much empty now as everybody's just bombarding you with questions, Olga.
Kitty and I were eating the wasted nugget.
Say again?
Kitty and I were eating the wasted nugget.
Oh yeah, Kitty's going around the tables making the rounds. Nuggets, bacon, eggs. Within like about 20 minutes, Kitty's almost too fat to move.
Sure. Shimshan is following Kitty's lead, I think.
Yep. And then I help Kitty on my shoulders.
Oh yeah, Kitty just kind of, rather than laying on your shoulder, sort of molds into it through her belly with this kind of when you put her up there. But she's too full to give you like the reapproachful look and just kind of stays on there limp.
Oh, those are going to be a lot of interesting cat farts.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like all the other. I'm sure Grinkrunk's also helping clear off tables with abandoned food.
Really goes with my dog.
Oh yeah, dog's doing the same thing. Once he sees that those guys hitting the other tables, it's like, ooh, I'll go too.
I stuffed some in my bag for the road.
Oh God. But yeah, like some of them are asking you for your autograph because oh boy, it's his daughter. She'll be famous as him someday, I'm sure. So I mean, if any questions you want to answer, you can. No one's being like stupidly pushy, just more like annoying fangirly.
You should see how
I'm
strong.
probably just being normal Olga and going, what?
Yeah, I mean, you're Olga. You're mostly just going, yeah, he's my dad. He was my dad growing up.
Your strength.
Mm.
Lift up a table or something. Show them how great you are.
Because I'm assuming that they're asking questions that Olga would probably be confused about.
Some of them you know the answer. I mean, childhood things, that sort of stuff. But honestly, some of them you know that your dad has actually mentioned and said, this happened. Stories he told you, in your youth and stuff. Some you've heard him gripe about people exaggerating, lying. Some of the mostly some of the names they throw out for people that supposedly adventured with him, you don't recognize pretty much any of them, so you're pretty sure they're just people trying to cash in on his name.
And he only lifted the hill giants one at a time, not all at once.
He juggled them, to be fair, but he's actually probably strong enough to lift a few giants at once.
Wow. Okay.
Like I said, he's got
I was gonna say, even with my belt,
toys.
I think he's stronger than me.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, like I said, he's got some very, very neat toys from what he's done in the past.
While everything is going, I'm pocketing the Rod of Asmodeus a bit and asking if he knows the Olga's dad with name.
She's talking to him, Asmodeus.
Yeah. Casually thinking about it.
Alright, then I'll suggest to the party if we want to sell the art and gems we found a while ago.
That sounds like a pretty good idea.
Onward to the...
Let's
The
cash it.
Red District.
Did I give Connie that sling?
If you wanted to. But your dad if he doesn't have it, he can get a hold of, basic weaponry without any trouble.
Okay. The reason I was asking is because I don't need it and I keep forgetting to take it off.
We can just remove it if you're wanting, because no one's gonna buy a sling. It's literally just basically a leather sock somebody modified.
The key reason why I was going to give it to her.
So yeah, you can get rid of it and say that you gave it to her if you want. You could have used this, for somebody's jockstrap for all we care. But if you're not going to use it and you want it out of your sheet, just get rid of it. It's not going to hurt anything.
Tie it around Ember's head and it will be a dog hat.
Yes.
What?
Make it a dog hat.
Making Ember a dog hat.
A dog head?
Hat.
Dog hat.
For who?
The dog.
Oh.
No, yeah, not making a hat out of Ember.
Oh, I thought for a second I thought you wanted to use Ember as a hat.
Ember.
Sure, we can get Ember a hat.
That was gonna happen. I'd be like, run, doggy!
Maybe like a bow or something would suit her.
Aww.
Like a little.
Take the fabric and turn it into whatever.
Oh, that'll be good. I'm done.
What kind of fabric do we have?
Leather.
Oh.
And you've never used your bag of beans.
I don't know about those beans, man.
They seem very dangerous.
Danger?
They
They're
seem-
fun.
Who the hell knows which one I grab?
Give them the when you hate and run away.
Yeah. We could get a giant beanstalk.
Oh, giant beanstalk!
You could get
I think
a
that-
tree of magic potions.
We could get anything, really.
We would have to plant it and hope that it grows fast.
Or you can get the eggs of stat boosting.
I have an
And
idea.
explode in your stomach.
If you fail.
Yeah. I
The
forgot.
DC is 10. 20.
Yeah.
Something like 20.
It's 20.
I,
It's
Yeah,
doable. I mean, permanent stat boost. That's like, you know how hard it is to find manuals of like physical health.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hey, if my stomach exploded, I'd probably regenerate anyway.
Yeah, you'd recover. Since it's
God,
not
he's
fire or
really-
acid damage, even if it dropped you in one shot, you'd eventually get back up.
Yeah.
What if we go into a field and I get my summon animals to test each bean and see what we get?
Well, if you eat the bean, that's a bad idea.
Well, I'm not getting them to eat it.
Like, you have to
We get
bury
them
the
to, like-
bean.
Yeah. They could, I'm sure go.
Yeah, you actually have to plant the beans, otherwise they deal, even if you just drop one, it's 5d4 fire damage.
So we're
Survival.
So,
Yeah,
I would not eat just the beans. That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
did Godykins to dig a hole and plant the beans?
I mean, if you
I
want.
think we
Probably as
wouldn't-
far away from the city as possible.
Big field where it doesn't matter.
So, I
Might
mean,
want to do them one at a time, too.
come on, Ryoka,
Yeah.
you could get the wine
Definitely
geyser.
not. Oh.
The wine chaser, yes.
Do we want to head out to the city?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Put the fancy clothes on. This is a fancy city after all.
It
We
is
could
a very,
try.
very fancy city. And
Sure.
if you dress the part, I'm sure you might do a little better bartering for stuff.
Sure. How about we all go change and we'll meet back down at the entrance.
That's an excellent idea. I tie my scarf on. Okay, I'm done changing.
Let me see one.
Yeah, the comment leaves
When
no
you-
plate unemptied.
Which one I'm gonna put on? You need to put the
Uh,
most
Yeah.
horny one because we are going into the district.
The one that shows the most.
I was thinking about doing the other one too, or the other one.
I
don't
mean,
know.
come on.
The
So
Jacob
are we
Ross.
wearing the fancy clothes or are we just wearing the nice clothes?
Fancy.
I'm wearing fancy.
Frequently, friendly, has the ability class and bring advantage of discussion.
And the fun thing is, I'm wearing. I guess I could wear the hide of the winter wolf above it because that is like a good looking fucking hide.
Yeah, but this is pretty warm outside, so
You're gonna
it
toast
may
yourself.
not be the best idea.
Okay, but we do need armor, don't we?
Oh, I don't know. I'm showing off my dress and my figure to
Oh yeah, which very, very clingy, very slinky dress.
Oh dear.
Too much.
I walk out of my room quite
No, they
Never enough
cautiously
leg.
going, do I look okay?
Oh,
Fantastic.
Gorgeous, Olga.
oh, Olga, you look
Which,
so pretty.
Because there's still several of your dad's fanboys around. You get a
Oh.
couple people, marry me!
I'll never get used to wearing a dress.
If you are stronger than
Which-
her, then maybe.
Which a couple of them actually seem like they're, because Olga doesn't look as strong as she currently is. Like a couple of them, you can see her going, well, I think I might be able to fucking take her.
The other thing is that they're not thinking I trained with a sword under him. That's why I'm so good with it.
Well, I mean, they're not thinking about that. I mean, they're thinking with two things, one between their legs and the other one, hey, you know how much more famous I would be if I married the daughter of this guy?
They don't seem like they'd suit her, though.
Yeah, disappointments.
We'll find you better.
They're only good for a quickie.
They're
He
certainly
knows.
not the highest of quality of men and women. Certainly, decent adventurers, but nothing to certainly write home about. Oh boy. But yeah, everyone is kind of ogling and leering at the women who are showing quite the show. And Rax, you
Yeah.
actually have several women, kind of judging you up and down, and a couple men too.
Oh boy.
What can I say? You wear that suit very well. I bet he might swing this way.
Do I need to pick up the
I
raft for safety?
No, I don't think they're touching him.
No, they're not getting handsy. It's just, staring. I mean, you guys are wearing some really nice clothes, and then they see Gakronk in his scarf and are kind of confused. Don't get me wrong, really nice scarf, but we've got evening dress, high fashion nobility, really pretty scarf.
I have
Which
Dude.
the your blights are actually loving the thing, running around in it, making it drape in you in different ways, so it almost looks like it's alive.
That's awesome.
I have to say, I don't think I'll ever get used to wearing dresses. I much prefer the normal battle clothing.
But
They
it
look
touches
great
you
on
almost the
you.
same way as the leather.
Yeah,
Except for that,
He's
chest
feeling
gap.
confident, so he winks at the guys who were looking.
Oh,
Well-
yeah, they enjoy that.
I appreciate the compliment, Grin.
You look good in dresses.
It
And
feels so wrong, though.
Which-
But I appreciate.
you hear several yes.
I compliment and try to persuade Ryoko that she looks amazing.
I mean,
Thank you.
the drool
I
kind
don't-
of lessens the impact, but
Yeah.
One day you gotta try the pink one. I still have it.
which
Oh, yes.
Blitz realizes you guys are playing dress up and comes out in her dapper outfit, which most of the women in the room give out a aww. To which, yeah, you
Oh,
hear
you
a
are
very
the one
triumphant
dapper.
squeak from Blitz, and in your mind, Rex, I am the highest of fashion.
Yes, you are.
Shimshana, help!
I'm
I
coming.
don't know how to fix my hair.
I got this. I got this.
Cute. Which,
Well,
I'm going to
when you
braid.
say that, several people start to try to offer their help for that.
Aw, I'm gonna
I-
braid Ryoko's hair while
Yeah.
they are at it.
Fine.
Let's make it nice.
Fine.
I use my sleight hand to give her a most incredible, amazing princess hairstyle.
It comes out pretty
Really?
well. I mean, given her particular type of hair.
I have to say, I'm still
Don't
amazed.
forget about the pin, the hairpin.
Go ahead and roll with advantage, Shimshana. We'll say you,
I-
since you have a hairpin, you can pin it in ways that might make it look better.
I'm gonna break flowers in it.
Oh, it'll look like
Doop, 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 doop.
Okay.
Oh,
Shit.
Ooh, Jesus.
Damn,
I
Ryoko.
never see anything.
Well, you're too
Me
busy
again.
focusing on her hair. Yeah, there you go. You make it a beautiful hairstyle.
That's the
Ryoko,
typical
you've
Rex.
noticed a couple guys had dipped out, and now they're back, and there's more people coming into the guild at a very rapid pace.
better get out of here.
Okay, we might really wanna get out of here and with a low profile.
In your high fashion.
Yeah, with a low profile of not mentioning more famous people we know.
Fantasy.
Good
I'm
comment.
out.
You are the background. Ryoko, well, you're not good at moving stealthily in a low cut
I'm
dress.
stumbling over my legs with the dress.
It's mostly the heels that are fucking you up.
And there's still the Rax pulley sitting baggy on my shoulders right now, braiding my
Yeah,
hair.
still making sure your hair is beautiful.
I'm
Olga,
not
you're
doing
also
so.
not
I'm just
quite
walking
used to
it.
the flowy dress thing.
It's a
I
ball
leave it
gown.
right
I don't know what I'm doing.
That's what I'm saying. You forget to kind of pick it up as you move. So it's less stealthy and more of a tripping over your own dress sort of scenario.
Ryoko and Olga.
Oh no!
They both help.
Which, let's see what Pupper does.
What?
I'm checking something for Pupper sees that both you, Ryoko, and Olga are slightly distressed, and goes into guard Pupper mode.
Oh.
Aww.
So she's, kind of bouncing between the sides of both of you, and if someone gets a little too close, she feels she barks at them. Not bites or anything, but just bah!
I'll call her over like, good girl.
Well, you just snapped her out of guard dog mode, though. Good girl trumps all other.
Here's a treat. Keep going.
Guard? Yes, treat bacon!
Let's see how well that
Yeah, she actually does manage to snap back. So it takes her a second, she's chomping on the thing, sees somebody getting a little too close than she'd like to Ryoko, and which the guy kind of backs up a little bit, which you're pretty sure he was trying to help her not fall over, but you guys do manage to make it out without too much fanfare.
I'm waiting outside the guild.
Fan-
What took you guys?
Yeah, like Kronk's just fucking chilling outside.
Yeah.
Where did you
With
go?
his
I didn't
dapper
see you.
scarf.
that-
Fanfare brought a lot of fanfare.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but it honestly seems like everybody's too busy arguing and stuff inside to notice you have left. So,
Well,
yeah, you're
go.
probably safe for the moment at least.
All right.
For braiding my hair.
Yes.
Oh, no problem.
It looks very pretty.
Let's go paint the town red.
Oh dear.
Let art free.
Happy red.
Shimshana, frolic, be Barty.
Yeah.
So what are you guys wanting to do, i.e. find whatever? Meow.
Smack Shamshana's
Selling.
back a little with
Selling
Mage
first?
Hand. Go for
Okay.
it.
Then there is the immediate question, are you wanting to go in the trade quarters or the shady quarters?
We have a lot of things to sell, so I don't know what we want to do first.
Was the North one the...
Red light
Wait.
district, yes.
Yeah.
Was it the... Okay. Because I want to go there and find those cool mimics.
Well, they're probably going to be very costly. Do you want
Oh,
to
they
sell
are.
the stuff here first?
But you
Yeah,
did get
let's
a
go,
store
Teddy.
name from the guild, the guild head. It's called the Clean Mind.
I'm also very interested to check out the red light district. So,
We could
That's
sell
true.
stuff
Trading.
here
Definitely
first
places
and
to
then...
sell
Yes.
there too.
and Ren, you might. I smelled a lot of amazing spices when we arrived. You might want to stock up on some cooking supplies.
I suppose. I think generally just eat whatever Sandy.
Well, we don't.
No, I guess not.
Are you seriously freaking out because your kid is using the litter box, you psycho?
What's up, Sham?
Fucking cat.
I thought Olga was the cooking person.
She's good at cooking too.
Yeah.
I think she's good at cooking.
I don't think she's as skilled as you are, Gekronk.
Yeah.
Because
Then
you've
she's
actually
the
got
skill.
you've got talent with cooking supplies. Whereas
I thought she did.
no, she has the survival, which lets her cook edible food. But
Okay.
you actually cook good food. She's only skilled with navigator's tools since she's a sailor.
Okay.
So she like
Oh.
can
Like she can make sure that piece of meat is cooked all the way through, but it's not going to taste fantastic.
Well, maybe I'll hook up some herbs and spices so that when I do cook up some real meal for you guys, you won't know that.
Exquisite possum.
Needs more presentation.
You'd
Just
never
started
know it
with
was snake
product.
meat.
No.
But
We should
yeah,
definitely get a ruler to sell our stuff first, though, so that we have as much pocket change as possible.
Yeah, I just
Yep.
need to know what sort of establishment you want to find. First, what are you looking for, Ryoko? And Rax, what are you
Jeweler.
using your mage hand for?
I slapped Shamshana to let her go.
Oh, the
And go
pat on
for
the
it.
butt sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run
Go for
free,
it.
little bard, frolic.
Yeah.
Miss Lucy's hand touched me more, I think.
For jeweler or some kind of like artistry,
I mean, yeah.
something fancy looking.
There's plenty of places like that. So I mean,
Just
the first
anything
one
where
that
we
you come
might.
across, are you looking like you're
Okay.
looking for like an art establishment that might buy the
I guess-
gemstones and the arts, right?
Yes. Something like that is what Ryoko's probably looking out for.
You do see, and you're looking for one like what, mid-range, high-range?
Probably the same.
I'm guessing high range. We could try.
We had fancy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of those were crazy statues and stuff.
Yep.
Got
We
a
all
whole
posted in chat again what we had.
Yeah, gemstone statuettes. That sounds good.
Yeah, those statues were
Six of
pretty pricey.
Yep.
Ch-
This is what we got from the exploration. I have it noted down in my notebook.
Okay, well, you find one that you think might be a good choice. It's called the Noble's Wall. And just by glancing in the window, you can see that it has some very, very high-end art, but it also has stuff that looks like it could also pander to a bit more normal sort of clientele.
Well,
So it looks like
right.
it's a little bit more of a wide range. It still has very, very high art. You can see in the back. But it
Okay.
also has things that like maybe a farmer would be able to afford for his wife or something for the wall.
Okay. Well, might as well head in there.
So,
We don't want to waste time. We don't want to be in the red light district at peak nighttime.
or do you?
No,
So,
the showcase would be nice, but
and
the
honestly,
crime-
as you do go in, there's several people in there browsing and buying art, and there's several. You're pretty sure by their dress, since they're all in a matching uniform, are workers there. But the first one that greets you is one that still kind of has the same like very clean-cut business suit looking sort of thing, but her hairpiece is a lot more ornate, and she holds herself with a slightly more regal air than the others.
What race is she?
Now, she's an elf.
Oh,
You think she might be Azamar,
Oh.
but she does come over, and like she's a very, very nice tan sort of color, like she's been out in the sun just the right amount of time, and bows very slightly to you. Is welcome to my establishment, the Noble's Wall. You seem to be new customers. How can I help
yeah.
you?
We're looking to sell some gems and art if you would be interested to
I
see.
mean, we could certainly take a look at it. And she looks over and goes, "Oh, she sorry." Before she does this, she actually introduces herself, and I'm Tessa Fireleaf, and I'm going to get one of my employees to help you sort things out. And she, Jesse, over here. And one of them behind a counter that wasn't doing anything splits off and hurries over to you. It's a slightly shorter human girl, maybe in her late teens, early 20s.
Well, it was nice meeting you. My name's Ryoko.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. I hope you are, even if you are just selling, I hope you do come back again. Jessica, please help sort out things, and I will come once I get a moment, and you appraise the goods, okay? Okay. And she, leads you all to a little side room. Honestly, you didn't know was there because the door is seamlessly matched into the wall. And it's a very nice, for lack of a better word, almost like a cigar lounge style room. Very nice plush seats, a little bit of, you think it might be at least a mid-end wine sort of thing, a few snack food trays. To which, she sits you down and goes, okay, if you could just, and tells you, hey, these sort, art put over here, depending on statues, blah, 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 gemstones spread out on these things, and helps you get everything set up. Basically, and laid out. Anything that you wanting to lay out, she helps you, sort out and piece together sort of thing, and goes, okay, I'll go get the mistress, and she'll be here in just a minute or so. And she runs out the room, which
And,
and
like,
then
before
immediately
she-
sticks
before
her
she
head
does-
back in and goes, "Please help yourself to the wine and treats," and closes the door
Before she
again.
does, wait, before she does, I want to hold her hand real quick and give her a gold coin at least
Oh, which
as a tip.
she kind of looks around. Thank you. Slips it in her pouch and runs back out. So after about 10-15 minutes, Tessa does come in through another door you didn't realize was there, and sits down very, very gracefully, and starts to look at all the statuettes and gemstones that you laid out. Starts making a few of those ha, oh sort of noises as she looks over them.
So, what do you think?
A couple of these are actually fairly old by the look of it. And if, not for the materials, the collector's value could definitely help. And, starts looking at the gems, is like, these are fairly well cut, good size. I think I could offer you a fairly good price for these. And she, looks at all the little statuettes that you have of various types and offers, since there's, I forget how they were broken up. I should have wrote that down on the loot table, but she does set aside about 7 of them from the rest. He goes, these ones, more for the materials. The other 5 are a bit more antiqued, so I can offer you a little bit more for them.
Okay.
And she
I
points to
appreciate
the 7 she separates and says, I can offer you 260 a piece for those. For the other 5, I can offer you 350 per piece.
Oh,
Ooh.
And as for the gemstones, we are actually in need of these colors, so I can actually offer you a little bit more for these, since they don't seem to be damaged and fairly good quality. I can offer you 55 gold per stone.
Okay. Okay, let me quickly calculate everything. That sounds like a pleasant deal.
Yep.
We do try to encourage repeat customers. And if you bring quality goods, well, you definitely deserve a quality pay.
Right.
Which she does start rattling off a little bit of knowledge about the more antiqued art pieces, how, oh, hey, they were part of this old kingdom that doesn't exist anymore. They were only minted in certain numbers for this sort of thing. She seems very knowledgeable about the art, honestly.
You seem really passionate about this stuff. I like your enthusiasm.
Thank you. I do keep appraise of these things, and like I said, if you don't know what you love, I mean, how can you offer the right price?
Very true.
So, and if you agree to the amount, do you? Just had a question?
Yeah.
Okay. Which, she smiles very brightly at that, claps her hands, and about 2 minutes later, one of the girls with several platinum and pieces and several little bags of gold comes out, and she, dices out how you guys want your coins for each one of you. So you can take that 835 however you'd like coin-wise.
I'll take it in platinum, please.
So, which she gives, like I said, whatever you want, just put it in your inventory as such. But she has more than enough coins. Which you do notice that, unlike a lot of the other coins you've seen minted, which are generally minted in Shine, these ones have their own, a very different mint. One side has a very, very striking looking lady, and the other side has a crest of a dragon holding a ship.
Hmm.
So,
So,
Well, it was nice having you, or
Oh.
having the pleasure of selling our
by
art
all means.
and gems to you.
Like, she's willing to keep small talking with you guys as long as you're here. She's not showing any signs of rushing you out or anything.
Your workers were really, really nice too, I have to admit.
I only hire
Very
the best
nice
and make sure they're
people.
very well trained. After all, an employee does reflect upon me.
And I think they reflect very positively.
Like I said, very, very specific hiring process. So,
I guess we're ready to take our leave to the red light district, huh?
unless you have
See-
something else
oh.
you want to try to hawk off in the market districts.
Not that I can think of.
I don't
Though
remember.
you're pretty sure that the spices aren't going to be sold in at the red light. Those seem
Oh,
more
yeah.
dock based. That's where you saw most of the farmer market style stalls set up.
That's a good point. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, I
Because
suppose we
all
should-
you smelled from the red light district was perfume. Lots of perfume. So
Maybe
yeah, I
just-
mean, if you want to head to the dockside, I mean, you can literally find any sort of spice and herb that you can imagine there. And
Oh,
honestly, some you haven't even seen before. Because literally they
Yeah.
have things from all four corners of this continent.
Maybe you could try and give them a couple of gold coins and just ask them to give you spices at random.
I mean,
Uh,
depends on the spice, but it's like you can read some of the signs. You see some that you've never ran across, things like cinnamon and licorice. There's this new one that you found that was called chili peppers.
ooh.
Even
okay.
not knowing what licorice is, Ryoko feels a distant
Like, you
disgust.
can smell it, and it does have a very peculiar smell.
I will buy
No, Ryoko.
a big bag of aniseed and licorice and chili peppers and
You're,
And
lovage.
oh god,
you're buying that stuff?
which
Corey.
Olga,
they actually offer for the lemons. They actually, one of these stalls actually has juiced lemons.
Ooh, and
bottle.
turmeric.
So.
Olga
And,
recognizes
they're
a
trying to
few
sell it
things.
as if the juice keeps longer in the box, it won't or the bottle it won't grow mold like this.
Yeah, lemons are good. Keep us from getting scurvy.
So
Olga recognizes a few of these spices but don't know their names.
yeah, I mean, you've seen your dad throw a couple of them into pots, either as reagents or as stew ingredients.
So,
Strange
I'm going to-
mushrooms.
part with 10 gold's worth of, 10 gold and see what sort of goodies I can get for that.
Okay. Well, let's see. For more common herbs, you easily get several pounds of basil, oregano. What else was there? Burp.
Sage.
Salt, you actually get several pounds of, because what's a meal without salt? And this is good, high quality salt. It's not like oily like most of the salt you find in the lands. This is good, refined salt.
That's good for magic, too.
Yes. Yes, it is. Some of the more odd spices you manage to get a hold of. One called paprika. You get a hold of nutmeg. Of course, antecedent
Yeah.
licorice. Either in plant form or in liquid form. They do sell both. You get a few bottles of various heat potencies of chili oil. Ranging from sort of hot to you might as well just take a dragon's breath to the mouth. Lime
You do have-
leaves, ginger, a strange one that a man that's wearing clothing very similar to the illusion you saw in the temple says is called miso.
Oh! I don't even know how to cook with that in real life.
You use it very similar to soy sauce, honestly.
Yeah, I know how to, I've seen miso soup made and I've tried it, but I've never personally made it. That'll
I'm
be
not
fun.
fond of miso, but you use it almost the same as soy sauce.
I like miso soup.
I find it a
Yep.
little too fermenty tasting to me, but that's just me.
Depending how it's made, it's
Yeah,
good. or
it's
not.
just I'm not a fan of miso. Fermented
Never not.
things are a little too strong on my palate, it seems.
My tongue is dead.
Which
I ate salmiakki.
you heard the licorice. You made a point of saying your character hates the licorice, so you eat licorice.
You dared me.
If me dared you to jump off a cliff, would you?
If there's water below, sure, I did that before.
Well, that doesn't count. But yeah, I mean, if you can imagine a spice, and even the more slightly exotic ones, you easily get a very large amount of this. This stuff is almost wholesale prices.
Wonderful.
So
I can't wait to see what you're gonna cook for us.
Yeah, I'm actually.
Yeah, you got salty, sweet, savory,
God,
sour.
I can just.
Citrusy.
This is probably the most excited we've ever seen Gren. Just he's absolutely in his
he's like
spirit
the
right
ultimate
now.
kid in the candy shop right now, sniffing, trying small bits of things, going, ooh, it'll go great with this. Oh, this would go great with this. Ooh, I might be able to make this with this. That sort of thing. You do see one particular thing that somebody's selling that does catch your eye. That's not a spice. A refrigerated bag of holding.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
So, this particular guy is actually running his very own stall and has several of these bags, which he specifies, if you go up to him, he can tell you about them, but if you see a few signs saying, keep your, foods fresher for longer, that sort of thing.
I'm going to go up to him and engage him in conversation about tasty food and inquire as to the price, and didn't do a very good job of it.
Well, I mean, he can definitely see that you're interested and a discerning man of quality for that. And he does pull out, one of the bags from behind the counter. And he's like, and starts explaining this. The storage space isn't quite as much as a normal bag of holding. It's about, it can hold about 50 pounds in it. But, and he, reaches in, does the usual trick people do with a bag of holding, deliberately shoving their whole arm into the little fucking bag the size of a hand purse. And pulls out an entire side of pork, raw pork, that is almost ice cold.
Ooh.
And it's like, I got this a week ago, and this is how chill it will keep your foods. And he lets you hold it and stuff. And he's like, for one of these, I can part for it for 800 gold pieces.
Fish, let me see if my elfin friend here can talk him down a little on the price.
I'll chip in for the food refrigeration.
Like, I think the whole party's like, we get better food with this? We don't have to worry about it spoiling?
I think we're all ready to chip in.
He does show a couple more settings on this thing. It turns out, not only can it keep food cool and refrigerated, it can also freeze it. And he sells a separate one that will actually roast meat that you put into it.
I think you get advantage because of your clothing, right?
Yes, she does get advantage because of the clothing.
Oh. I thought that was only in formal setting.
Well, this is a very high-end town. You do see several nobles here buying with their servants and stuff. And several very obvious servants buying stuff. There are people in that, so... Don't you dare bash the cave squirrels. They were fantastic. But let's see how much that manages to knock him down.
She's giving him the fluttery eyelash.
She's giving him a little bit of the lean down. You sure you can't go lower?
I can eat other things too.
Which he kind of listens like, I tell you what, I'm stabbing myself in the foot here, but I can part for it for 720.
Alright, that sounds like an excellent deal. I can pay 720 out of... Actually, that's perfect. That brings me down to an even 100 platinum.
Oh, nice. Which
What about the other bags?
The roasting bag?
There's a roasting bag?
Yeah, he has a roasting bag.
Gren, I'm sure we're ready to chip in if you don't want to pay the price on your own.
Basically, and he literally pulls out a fresh, hot, roasted chicken out of it that looks like it's been smothered in spices. Smells faintly of lemon and pepper. It's like, this I cooked this morning is actually my lunch, and I'm about to eat in about an hour. But I put in the chicken after, rolling in the spices and let it cook. It's even got a timer to keep it warm rather than stop cooking.
Oh. Well, that would save us having to have a campfire to cook with. Yeah. Were they also 720 gold?
I'll part for it for the same thing. They're pretty much the same stuff to make it, so...
All right. Well, how much are people willing to for the roasting?
I personally would suggest that we could split the second bag between us four because you paid for the first one by your own for some reason.
He was
And you
So
don't-
200 gold each.
Yep, I think that sounds fine. Let's see, 720. That would be 180 gold from the four of us. And Gren's wallet can be spared for the second bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Sounds
you
good.
paid the 720 for the first one completely on your own.
Yep, I had some time.
So 180.
Yep. 18 platinum or 180 gold.
Oop, there goes my gold.
So let me make sure that I add these real quick. That way you actually have items for it. I just need to... So you will need to make sure that you are either refrigerating or freezing things that you put in the cold bag of holding. So which
Okay.
there is now 2 new items that you can add to your equipment, which is bag of holding cold and bag of holding heat. So if you
Oh yeah, I see them here.
So, which they're, like I said, they only hold 50 pounds. They still have the same cubic storage amount, but they either refrigerate or freeze, or cook, or keep warm. You do have to, put the settings on it. So, which,
Oh, geez,
like
they
I
would
said, the
keep down.
cooking one has a timer, so you can set it to cook for so long and then hold it heat. It's basically like a bag of Instapot.
Okay, well, I'll put the venison in the cold one. And if you want to give me that bacon, we can clear out your bag of holding.
Yeah, sure. Does
Yeah,
it fit in there?
It depends
It's the
on
same
how much you
size.
put in there. So, like I said, 50 pounds is its max.
Because we had like. Wait a second, I have to check.
We ate a
Yeah.
shit.
I don't remember
ton,
how much fucking amounts of bacon you had because you killed
We had
3
more
or 4
than
giant
200.
llamas.
bro. We had
But now we have
186, I think. Right?
86. Yes.
As much as
Yep.
you ate, you
100.
probably, and as much as Ryoko's been feeding Pupper bacon, you probably have
Yep.
about 40 pounds left.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because you got to
Because we've
remember,
been eating-
Ginkronk eats twice as much as the rest of you.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we've been eating this every day of travel too, pretty much.
So I mean, the
Because
perfect
last time I
ration,
marked,
so-
it was 100
86, I have to say.
nine.
And that
90,
was
it was-
game time, like about
Oh.
almost 2 weeks ago, so that you
Yeah.
started eating that. So you're probably down to about 30 to 40 pounds of bacon.
Okay.
God,
Then it probably fits in there.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that clears some space in your bag of holding for you. So if we get actual loot that belongs in a bag of holding, you have a spot
Yeah.
to put.
Yep, you can
There
now
you
use
go.
the bag of holding for holding.
we had a custom-made bag of holding.
So
meat.
you have 2 custom-made bags of holding, and Gleaming can actually make you roasts on the road without even having to set up camp. Or bake
Yeah.
pies.
to go.
It has a
Oh,
pie
shit.
setting.
Shoshana still had raspberries, right?
I believe she still had a bunch of raspberries. Let me check her in.
I don't remember when she got those. They might
That's
have
a
Oh, yeah.
sold by
long
now.
time ago.
Yeah, that's a bit ago. I
Yeah,
think
because
it
I
was
know
on
those.
the-
If Ryoko still has any turnips, they have definitely turned into turnip goo.
Yeah.
They were before we even went to the Warren Fortress.
Yeah,
When you
those,
found
those
those,
things
so-
have gone
Oh,
bad.
yeah, they're all-
The potatoes are still okay, but
I fed some of them to Bliss. Oh,
Oh yeah. That was
Yeah.
yeah.
if
Alright,
you
we'll
put
take
any into
that.
Blitz now, Blitz would get very, very drunk.
Oh, bad idea. I should
Oh,
have
Make Blitz drunk.
Don't drink and sonar, kids.
I didn't mention this out loud with the Fafnir, but I did give her the custom dagger we had for her,
Yeah.
Sukani.
So I
So-
believe it's still. I still had it in her inventory. I never removed the stuff from her bag, basically.
Talking about raspberry, I still have a bottle of raspberry wine.
Yep, and a new bottle of, the Fanfear specials.
Yeah, like I'm carrying like pricey alcohol with me.
Yeah, if you had shown him that other bottle, no telling what would have happened, though.
I didn't want to. I took the elf's advice.
Which is still a good idea.
Yup.
But he definitely probably would have been one of the few people that could recognize what the hell that was.
With how long he's lived.
With
probably
as much
even...
as he's been around, if nothing else. He
Yeah,
was probably
he's
there when they first were brewing this stuff, honestly.
I mean, if he traveled probably with a lot of people. Because he traveled with the Dragon Queen and everything.
He's traveled
Probably.
with dragons, demigods, demons. Well, not demons, devils. I mean, some people, you gotta have some class. Devils are just... But demons at least have some class to them.
Talking about devils, we're gonna do some devilish things in the Red Light District.
Oh, so you heard about the Succu House.
Uh-oh.
God. Is this gonna be like the fucking anime?
Is this... I mean, honestly, this town, you can think of it, there's a pleasure for it. Well regulated. They're not gonna... If it's one of the more kinkier things, you're not gonna die. Probably, unless that's what you're specifically paying for.
I guess I'll suggest that to Shoshana.
But you're...
I don't
From
have
the
any rhyme.
rumors you've heard, like, this is the city where if you can buy it, you can find it here. You just have to make sure you can pay that price.
Okay.
Cat.
She's yelling at her kid because her kid climbed up on the couch.
Aww.
Well, last time she
Young
tried to
adventurer.
drag the poor kitten down off the couch instead of grabbing it by the scruff of its neck, she bit its belly and tried to drag it down.
Oh no.
She is not the most competent of mothers.
The baby kids just want to grow up as adventurers as well.
Oh yeah, they're all over everything now. One of them discovered the Venetian blinds and are playing with them now. And now that she spotted me looking at her, she did the war dance.
Meanwhile, I get the dance of my people.
Oh yeah, and now her brother's doing it too, so... Goofy little fucking creatures. But yeah, where would you like to go next?
Red Light District?
I guess we are gonna go and
Yep.
see.
Are you looking for something in particular in the Red Light District? Or just for pleasure?
Aside from pleasure, there is actually something I would look for. It's the Amulet of Health. Is what I'd be looking for shopping terms. I guess.
And I'm looking for the Clean Mind shop.
Okay, Clean Mind Shop's really easy to find. It's actually right on the edges where most of the shops are. Pretty much after the first... The way that this particular section's built, instead of being a nice grid like the common section for the commerce, is more circles. There's rings to it almost. And the first couple rings of roads seem to be mostly odd shops, sort of oddities, non-usual commodities, magic stores, things specialists would look for more, adventurers, people that might be going into a bit more of a shady dealing that they wouldn't, they don't want to have public. You don't see any... You do see some nobles, but they seem slightly obscured for some reason. If you have Arcana, you can make a roll and try to figure out why.
Whoa!
Rax, you realize they are wearing a type of mask that casts the sky's self on themselves.
Oh, okay.
Which, handily for you, there is actually a little, for lack of a better word, almost a ticket booth when you first walk in, which has those same masks for rental.
We might want to take those considering how the people were flaunting after Kafe's daughter.
It has signs like, for the discerning shopper, keep your anonymousness, things like that,
I want one.
Yeah, considering how much traction we've managed to get in the guild, this might be something to keep a low profile.
Which,
yeah,
I mean, as you walk up, the guy running the stall's also wearing one of the masks. and you looks at you as like 1 gold per mask. They last
hell
until
yeah.
sundown. Or sorry, sun up.
Sure.
They last until dawn, and then they'll return back here, and you'll have to re-rent them.
Sure.
And
I'll take one.
he
Same.
passes them out, and they smell actually nice and clean. And when you put them on, you can feel kind of a tingle over your entirety of your skin, like almost like a breeze is constantly kind of brushing at the hairs on your arm. It's not unpleasant, it's just kind of unusual. And when you look at each other, you can't really make out any defining features. Like, in the instance for Grincrunk, you can't make out any of his twig blights. They're pretty much completely concealed.
Oh wow.
Do I still look like a dragon?
I mean, you can still kind of tell that Rax is a tiefling, Olga's a half-orc, Shimshana's an elf, but like you can't make out details. Whenever you try to focus on her face or her hair and stuff like that, it's like the details just slip out of your mind almost immediately.
Could you imagine Gren had to pay for each twig blight for a mask?
God, no. Though it would be hilarious to see thousands of tiny twig blights and little tiny masks.
Yeah,
Aw.
that would be cute.
They start humming the Phantom of the Opera. But yeah, I mean, it seems to be that's almost the common thing here. Almost everybody you come by, that especially people that look like they're a little bit better dressed, are wearing one of these masks. And the people that don't seem to be wearing these masks are either running around with supplies or something, or they're guards.
Okay, I guess I asked the entry seller if he could give us some waypoints of where we might find the trading section and the pleasure
Which,
section.
he says the first 2 streets, the entirety of the circle, are all trades. The 4th and 5th, or sorry, 3rd, 4th, and 5th are all, and he kind of leans in, pleasures. Meow. And the center is for the art shows, actually. And he stumbles for a second. Theater sort of things, but with less clothing.
Oh. I see.
Ah,
So if you're looking for a particular shop, I can at least point you in the right direction.
Oh, I'm looking for the Gleam Mind.
Oh, that one's easy, and he points kind of behind him and to the left. It's like 6 doors down on the right. You can't miss it because it has a bunch of little mimics in the window.
Perfect.
So, is there anything else I can help you guys with before you leave?
do you know a store that might sell magical accessories like amulets or anything like that?
Oh, he's like,
Or is that just on the market?
the one that immediately comes to mind if you're looking for accessories is the Great Strengthener.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem.
Let's check out your mimic shop.
Yep.
I think we might want to spend our money into the real things first and then the mimics. It's
Okay.
like a secondary thing. I just want one.
How about we do some shopping first and then we party?
I mean, we want to look for a magical weapon for Olga as well.
Yes, that would be
Has to
awesome.
both beef up that claim.
Yeah, there must be some handy weapon crafters around here. And actually, let's ask the guy while we're at it if there's any good weapon forges that sell high-end stuff.
Not a forge. We don't. None of these magic items are necessarily forged here, but let's see. For weapons, he's like, my personal favorite one is the Gleaming Edge, and he kind of gives you directions to that.
Okay.
As for armors, it would be the Impenetrable, and once again, he gives you directions to it.
Okay, sweet. Do you guys want to first head over to the weapon shop or the accessory one?
Those are fine.
I guess which one's closer?
Of the magic shops or the Roomba shop?
The Great Strength and Gleaming Edge and Impenetrable Edge. Which one the closest?
Just
which
the
one's closest?
Impenetrable.
Okay, that's armor.
Yeah.
Does anyone feel like they need new armor?
Before we do anything, plop.
I don't wear armor, but
I think we're okay for armor. Shinshana's got good stuff. I'm okay.
Yep. Armor is
I'm-
fine.
If I don't find something I'm looking for in the jeweler shop, I might check out the armor one after all. But for now, I feel like I'm good as well.
I think the armor is still out of our price range. It usually
Possibly.
goes way
Yeah,
past.
it's usually about twice as much
5,000?
as, you know, a weapon of the same
Oh,
classes.
okay.
Do a performance more
For
money.
3,000, I don't know.
Because honestly,
maybe
to give you an idea, a +1 sword generally goes for about 1,000 gold. +1
Okay.
armor goes for 2,500.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to
Or
go
the-
to the accessory shop or a magic shop?
So
Yeah, that's what we're planning. Or sorry for interrupting. The Great Strengthener or Gleaming Edge. Gleaming Edge weapons and Great Strengthener is accessories.
Correct.
let's get fancy for a box. Your call.
Let's see. I'll roll a 1 die 4. 1 and 2 is the jeweler. 3 and 4 is the weapon shop.
Okay. Go to the jeweler.
Oh, no weapons first. We're
Guess
gonna
I
get
start with the glaive for Olga and then go to the jeweler.
I mean, Olga needs the glaive.
Yes,
or
she really
anything
does.
magical. She
And if
doesn't
there's
have anything
anyone, if there's anyone who can make use of it with that strength, it's her.
yet.
Yeah, or she could always find a new type of weapon to use if, you know,
No, we
if
could do it.
possible.
Yeah, great sword or axes too, but
Yep.
something better than
Anything.
+1.
Well, if
Was
you're
something
looking
a
for
+1?
anything.
it was a +1.
Okay.
Yeah, she just
Well, if
has
you're
a
looking
base
for
of
anything-
+1. She's the only one
This
without
is
like
not-
an extra die to her damage on those things.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I really want something
And-
for Olga
Yeah,
too.
we're really in the budget to get something now. So
Yep.
let's.
Okay, so
I
you
had
said you're going
flipped
to
over.
the Gleaming Edge first.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay,
The die decided.
fair enough. It's a little bit, which you do actually have to pass the clean mine for that, which, looking in the
Oh.
window racks, instead of kittens, there's dozens of tiny little Roomba mimics running around.
Oh,
It
I
looks
love
like a
that
pet
thing.
store, kind of, and you see they come in different colors and models, it seems.
God,
Give him back for it.
this one can hold a battery. This one can devour a whole car.
Well, you just glancing through the windows, you see some about the size that you saw at the guild, which is pretty tiny, maybe. What would that be in centimeters? Pretty much about the size of maybe a paperback book
Oh,
my
in
God.
size. And then you even see more, for lack of a better word, industrial models that would be about the size of a dog. So, but you do pass that. You see several other shops, some of which look like they could also cater to your needs, but this guy did suggest this particular one. And you come in and it's several of the other shops generally had like shaded windows, things like this. This one does not. The windows are very bright, very clear. You can see inside, which is a very well organized weapon shop, and we're talking weapons. If it has
Hello.
an edge or can bludgeon somebody to death, there's some version of it in here. Which, Rax, you are almost blinded by the amount of magic glowing from these things.
Oh, jeez.
The ones in the window in particular, because you always show your best stock in the window. Oh boy, you're pretty sure these ones are enchanted through the fucking ass and back.
And my fighter brain just goes like counting all the weapon types I know down.
No, yeah, it's like you've seen,
Yeah.
you've even seen a couple that you've never seen before, including one very odd-looking shamshir that almost seems to have a second blade coming out of the base.
Interesting.
So, but you go inside, and there are some people wearing those masks you're wearing inside shopping, and a couple that aren't. Look like more, probably people from the guild. They do look like adventurers, but fairly well off ones. One's already wearing fairly nice armor, stuff like that. Which there is only one worker here that you can see, and she's slowly making her way around, asking people if they need help. It's a very stout-looking half-orc woman, not ugly, but certainly not something pretty, but what's the word for it?
Decent.
It's like it'd be I'd smash that sort of
Strong
thing,
one.
She's very, very well defined with her muscles, but not in like that kind of grotesque, overly so way. It's obvious she probably forges herself. So,
Well,
but she does see
what
you
are-
guys come in and go, "Oh, welcome to the Gleaming Edge."
hello. Well, what are you looking for, Olga? Especially, or
Which,
essentially.
she seems very excited to see you, Olga. It's like, ooh, comes over, shakes your hand. I'm Wendy, and you are?
Olga.
It's a good classical name. I'm from the Blood Gleam clan. Which clan do you hail from? Which, if you
That
want to just use your
confuses
father's
Olga.
last name, it's I'm gonna put it in chat for you real quick.
Hello, Windy.
Divno?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Olga stares for a second at her, thinks, and then says it.
Yeah, because your mother technically didn't belong to a clan; she was outcast, so you just took your father's name. But she kind of gives the looks like, oh, and she kind of leans over. You're his daughter. Okay, we'll keep that. Shh. But
She giggles slightly.
We are
yeah,
looking
which,
for a weapon for
Shimshana,
her.
she does see you kind of eyeing her on that, and very, not quite as subtly, but for an orc subtly, deliberately flexes as many muscles as she can. Which, there's a bit of a ripple there. Some muscles have to move out of the way of other muscles.
Yep.
So, but she does, immediately go business mode after that and goes, so what weapons are you looking for? And she kind of looks through all of you for that.
We are looking for a weapon for her.
Yep.
So,
Something fancy.
Something strong.
Well, I mean, and she kind of looks around. It's like, what type do you prefer?
My father raised me around glaives and scimitars and stuff like that.
Ah, okay. Well, we have quite a few that we can offer, then. Which she immediately runs over to a wall, which she kind of stops halfway through. It's like, are you looking for just general enchantments, specific enchantments, elementals? Just so I can point you in the right direction.
not too pricey with an elemental stuff in it.
Okay. I mean, do you have a preferred element?
Maybe something we haven't already covered.
Which she kind of sits there for a second and goes, wait a minute, you're wanting more affordable, right?
Yes.
I might be able to help you with that. There's actually been one I haven't been able to sell for a while because nobody uses them. And it's a glaive, handily enough. Which she comes over to a little bit of a wall that doesn't seem to be quite as well traveled. And picks up a particularly nice looking glaive. It's got beautiful etchwork with almost like, it's not just metal etching, it seems like the etchwork has been filled with what you think might be maybe emerald or peridot, some sort of green gemstone. Which she, kind of passes it over to you.
Pretty.
Oh, it's extremely pretty. Now, this particular one, which she does kind of take a sidelong look at you, Tronk, and goes, you might want to back up.
Yeah, I can do that.
I'm
Hold on.
gonna do it.
Which,
Acid, maybe?
She does say the orcish word for burn my enemies.
Ooh.
And magical acid starts dripping from the blade.
Wow.
Whoa.
It's magical in a way that it drips, but it never hits the floor. And when it does that, all those etchings start flowing like they were water. Still
Whoa.
giving that very green gleam to them.
That looks looks good.
That
This-
surely is interesting.
This
Yeah.
particular one has been fairly heavily enchanted, honestly, but as you can see, also has the ability to use acid on its enemies.
How much would you be willing to let it go for?
Well, like I said, unfortunately, I haven't been able to sell it because most people don't use glaives nowadays, which is a shame. They're extremely good weapons, but given its enchantments and everything else, I would be willing to part with it for about 2,000 gold.
That's
Which,
actually pretty good.
That's not
Rax,
bad.
you can see this is very more enchanted than the ice. Go away, bug. It seems more enchanted than the ice brand that Gakronk wields.
Oh, it's even better then.
So,
One
like
and
it
that.
might even be a little bit better than the flame tongue longsword that Ryoko has.
Oh,
Interesting.
maybe a plus.
We don't want to lose
My
this
flame
deal
sword
then.
is plus 0.
Yeah, but it does have
Oh,
that 2d6 plus. So
Yeah, which is pretty incredible.
This is a good deal. We
I
should take
agree.
it.
Yeah.
Maybe
which is a
5 gold each would do it.
very rare. So,
I have 2,000 gold on me.
Yes, but we're a team.
Yeah. So I'll put in 500 gold.
Oh, that's a lot.
Well, that's an even split, I think, isn't it?
Let's see.
2,000?
2,000 by 5 would be 400 each.
I'll do 400 gold.
I guess we could all do 400, even
I
at the
mean,
price.
I'm saving up for money, but I can
Oh.
still pitch in.
Okay,
so
we'll pitch it for you as well.
make sure this is
I'm gonna-
correct.
I'm gonna give 100.
Okay,
And it's like you can
100
also
gold.
try to maybe sell items if you think you might be short on cash.
yep. You could sell the glaive off. You can trade it in for the one to cheapen the price.
That is true.
perhaps.
You do have that +1 glaive, so
You might
I-
want to.
Pull the one I have right now out and ask if she would like to trade
Like, I
some
can
of
use
it
this as
for.
credit for it, which let's see. I'll be willing to give you. Let's see. I'll give you 800 golden credit for that.
That would be 245
Nice.
ways. So you said you were paying 100.
Yep.
Then I will pitch
If it's okay.
I will pitch in
So
300.
with that glaive, it would only leave 1,200 gold for the price.
Okay. Okay, let's see.
I took
100,
the 100 away from me.
Okay. 1,000 minus 100. Let's see. That would be.
And I'm still ready to pitch in if you need
Yep.
to. I'm just. I
let's see,
might buy some
1,000.
scrolls.
100 divided by 4. 4 of us would be 275 each for the rest of the glaive. That is perfect. I'm down to 3 gold.
275, you said?
Yep, 275 gold from each.
If you split it equally, yes.
Does anyone else need a weapon still?
I'm good. I don't think
Damn.
my messengers are up to the task.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and I don't need one.
I guess I'll just ask for some information then if we don't need anything else. I was wondering because she's very familiar with craft of magic weapons and I'll
Yeah.
show her the flame tongue sword and activate it if she knows
Ow!
if there's a way to power this one up if there's any suggestions.
Oh, well, generally once you complete an enchantment, unfortunately you can't really add to it. We'd have to start from scratch.
Okay,
And
that's
it's
fine.
Very, very hard, and she kind of gestures like, is it okay for me to hold it, sort of thing.
Sure.
Which she, kind of funnels it holds it, takes a very good look at it, and kind of goes, "Oh, yeah, with this one it would be exceptionally hard to get more fire on it. But if you were to get, say, a regular enchanted sword, someone might be able to enchant it with the fire."
Interesting. Well, I'll
Generally,
keep that in
and
mind.
she kind of, starts getting fucking technical mumbo jumbo magic, stuff. Rax, you're able to follow along pretty easily because she starts talking about influx and, quantum magical shifts and this and that. But it boils down to a base enchanted item is almost like a blank that you can add to. There are some exceptions, like, say, Vorpal, stuff like that. It's just some enchantments are so powerful, they are the entirety of the enchantment.
So in outside terms, it would be like transferring the power of the one sword to the already normally enchanted one with just
Right.
plus.
Basically, if it was like a +1 or something, you might be able to
Okay.
enchant it to have fire damage or something like that within certain limits.
Yes.
Basically, old game terms is every item has a certain amount of enchantability, and certain enchantments take up more, say, slots than others.
Okay.
Like a +1 would be 1 slot, but 2d8 of flaming, 2d6 of flaming might take up 2 or even 3 slots, sort of thing.
Okay.
And generally, once you add an element, you can't really rework the swords or daggers or whatever you have.
Okay.
So
That's all.
if you manage to find an enchanter and bring them, say, like a +2 sword, they might be able to add elemental damage to it.
Okay, and that process could fail. And
It can fail, and it always takes a long time.
Okay.
Like a
That's
true
all.
enchantment for stuff like that is like at the lowest months of time.
Okay. Do we still want to check out the amulet shop or?
Which, judging from Rax, if you want to give me an Arcana check on the glaive to see if you're getting a fair deal for it or not.
I already expected
Oh, you are
them.
getting a beyond fantastic deal for this. Like,
Yeah,
looking at
yeah.
it, you are absolutely certain it's probably at least a +2 quality, and it has, the additional damage, which looks like it is a very potent acid spell.
Good shit.
So honestly,
nice.
you'd expect this thing to go for at least 6,000 to 8,000 normally.
Okay.
So you just kind of lucked out that I rolled the right things, and she had some backstock she couldn't fucking sell and wanted to just get rid of.
Yeah, that's perfect actually. Now
So
everyone's
if you
really
guys do pay up, she will give it to you, and Olga will have a brand new shiny glaive.
perfect.
What's
I paid
it
my part
called?
of the bargain.
This particular one, which did I add? I need to add the friggin' icon real quick. I thought I had a photo of it.
Is it the glaive of the Emerald Stream?
That would be the one.
Ha.
So I'll probably just add a picture later since it's fighting me with the one I have.
Oh no. Is it not accepting PNGs again?
I think I saved it as a wrong file type, or it got the wrong file
Aw.
type. So
Okay, I added it.
But
Okay.
to give you an idea of this particular glaive, it looks like one of those more Chinese halberd sort of glaives.
Oh.
That sort of a scimitar sweep to it.
Yeah. Naginata, I believe it's called.
Yeah.
Does it need
well,
a tuning?
Naginata is a bit more of a different type of blade. Like, oh god, how can I can probably drop it in the Discords real quick.
Ooh.
Real quick.
Does it need attunement for Olga?
I believe it does. I will have to double check though. If not, it should. So
Yeah, it's quite powerful. But we can make our way over to the the Great Strengthener, if you guys want.
Yeah, because a
No,
naginata is almost like a katana blade versus the other one.
Oh.
So
That's
here we go. I'll just
fancy.
drop them in there since I have the pictures real quick.
Nope.
Let's see, it was...
Very sure.
There is
Olga's gonna
a glade
kick some ass now.
versus a
Oh,
naginata. Where's the hell's the naginata? Did it not save?
that looks really cool.
Yeah.
That's the style of blade. Oh, here it is. Versus a naginata.
Ooh. I like both.
So yeah, the naginata is
Oh,
more
yeah.
like a sword on a very long stick,
Yeah.
whereas her glaive is a bit more of a shorter blade, but a much more wider sweeping blade.
Ah.
That sword does not require attunement right now.
Then I need to fix that.
Oh, yeah,
Because
that
there
would
is
be
no way in
insane.
hell that is a non-attunable weapon.
That would be insane, yeah.
I was
Oh.
just letting you know.
Yeah, I was.
Yep.
That
Yep.
should fix it. Double check it now.
Well, I appreciate your all the information and the weapon you sold us.
So, you know, no problem. I'm glad, like I said, for it to get a good home finally. It's been sitting there for some time. I forgot how I can add pictures to it. Anyway,
I
I'll
don't
worry
think
about
it
that.
worked.
So,
What do you mean?
It's still not showing the little A next to it.
Let me double check it.
Don't deprive the
It
lady of
says
her
it requires
soul.
attunement. Did you delete it out of your inventory and reselect it?
Not yet.
You need to
I
do
don't-
that.
Yeah, I don't think it matters too much. I don't think we're gonna get into combat this session
No,
anymore.
I mean, we're not going to be playing too much longer as is.
I'm guessing
but
we're just
yeah, it's
gonna
like
check
it-
out the Jubilee.
You'll just need to delete it and re-add it to your inventory, and it should be the attunable version. So it just, I didn't click the damn button is all, and now it's enabled. So yeah, there's no way you'd have something, if it was just a plus weapon, those are not, do not require attunement. But the moment you start adding elemental damage, yeah. Yeah.
But my Venom one isn't attuned.
Which is odd.
The-
It's one of the few rare exceptions of that. Probably because it has that save and it's only usable once a day.
Yeah.
And that kind of balances it out. Whereas your fire, longsword, you can swing all day, all night, and it'll still be
Yeah.
burning.
It's
And
still
does
burning,
not
even
require
more
a save.
Yeah.
It's not showing up for me to try to attune it.
Let me check. You might have to unattune something first. Let me just pull up your character real quick, and I'll take a peeky peek.
the ring of warmth that you can maybe sell too.
Oh yeah, that's
you
true.
have that ring of warmth, and more than likely, you'd probably want to get rid of that. Unless somebody else wants to use them, I'm sure. Yeah, she did unattune with the boots of the Winterlands.
Okay.
Because the belt is too good and my bracers give me more defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like those are gonna be the cold thing's kind of a situational anyway, but
Yeah. And I think Gren and me also have the armor.
let's see. Glaive of the Emerald Stream, add.
Holy shit, we can sell some fun stuff.
Why is it so-
And I mean, we're heading over to the Jubilee, so the ring's gonna be perfect.
True.
Perfect sell.
Okay, let's make sure I don't have 2 copies of it or some stupid thing like that.
What?
Open, you piece of crap.
What does the Bart want?
Oh, Shimshana puts her arm around Rex and like, come on, baby, let's go to the jewelry. I'm gonna treat you.
Okay.
Oh,
Bard Daddy
Let's
gonna
go get-
treat you well tonight, boy.
Oh yeah,
shinies? I hear shinies. I'm up.
yeah. Sugar Mama gonna take you around.
Why is it throwing such a hissy fit out of this? Okay. And items.
Beware, the kittens have chewing powers.
They do.
Yep.
Okay. Why the fuck
being
is something
such a
that
bitch
shows
about
up on
this
my
again?
Twitter feed?
Wield. I'll figure it
Someone-
out in a bit. I don't know why it's throwing a hissy fit, because everything says it should be, fine.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's probably just a caching issue or some nonsense like that. So I'm gonna remove the old one from your character for a bit, and we'll worry
I
about it
already
before next game.
removed it.
So, oh no, I added it in trying to get it to work because I added the stuff and it should have been working.
Sweet. And I guess we can make our way towards the great strengthener.
Great. Break the doll.
Yes. It has to be said in that tone of voice. Or else you mean the great strengthener. That's a different shop. But we're talking about the great strengthener.
Yes. With extra G's.
Yeah. And it's on the title too. On the building.
Yes, it literally is. But this particular one looks a lot more like a jewelry shop. But you can see just looking in through the windows, which are somewhat tinted, you can see just wondrous items of all kinds. Necklaces, bracers, boots, all sorts of things that you're pretty sure are in some way, some form, an enhancement. So, but
Let's
going
go on.
inside, there's not as many people in here. It seems a little bit more empty, but the store itself is very, very nice. And yeah, everywhere, once again, that you look, Rax, shiny.
Shiny.
Like necklaces, you even more of the more mundane trinkets. You're pretty sure you see the swan boat trinket. So, but as you come in, you can't make out his details because he's actually wearing one of the same masks you are, but you're pretty sure it's a tiefling who walks
Hello.
over and bows very, very regally to you and goes, "My name is Rayguy. How may I assist you in my humble shop?"
We actually have some. I've been looking for something, and we actually have something to sell off as well.
I should be able to possibly help you with both. What are you looking for, and what do you wish to part with?
I've heard about an amulet that I've been in search for. I've been wondering if you may have come across it, or could give me some pointers, or maybe even sell it. It's the, as far as I know, it's called the Amulet of Health.
One of those. Yes, I actually have a few of those.
Interesting. How much would you sell them for?
Well, for an Amulet of Health, the average going price, especially considering the supply and the demand of these, is roughly about 7,000 gold.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's not bad for such a good item, but
What if, I guess we could show the items that we have to sell to see if we could knock down the price, perhaps?
I mean, you could probably use them as credit towards it, yes.
We could show them first of all. I guess the boots of the winter frostlands, and the ring of warmth. Was it right? Those were the spare ones.
I believe
Those
that's
are
right.
the ones
Boots
I
of the
just took
Winterland.
off, but do we want to get rid of the boots?
I don't think we'll need them.
I was like,
Or does-
if you ever go to the north again, it might be handy to have them for somebody.
Okay.
Especially that ring for Rax.
yeah, I'm not sure.
It's one of those you might want to keep one of the two,
Okay.
possibly, because not everybody. You don't have enough suits of your cold-resistant armor,
Yeah.
so one of the two might be a good idea to keep.
Then.
But
Well-
obviously, the boots are probably going to be worth a lot
Yeah.
more than the ring of warmth.
And I can't wear the boots,
The
right?
slipper.
They wear
Yeah.
armors.
No, they're boots. They're just boots.
Okay,
You could wear
But-
the
well the
boots.
boots,
Can you wear both the slippers and the boots?
I can change them.
Technically, if he can attune to both, he can.
I would probably change them, but
Okay. Do we want to keep the boots then and try to chip off the ring?
How many pairs of the warm clothes did we have?
No, he's talking the ring of warmth. You
I
still
know,
have
I'm
winter.
asking
You still have
how much
winter
we-
clothes, but I believe you only had 2 suits of the winter wolf's
Yep.
hide.
Me and Grin had them.
So, which they are light armor, so everyone but I believe Rax can wear it without penalty.
Yep.
But you would lose
And-
your con armor bonus.
And I will take my armor off if I get the Amulet of Health. So we have that spare too. Because
So-
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that needs attunement.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it
the
did
reason
require
why I was saying that was because of the fact that I get my bonuses with no armor,
Yeah, which is why
and
you're
it's
wearing your
considered
bracelets.
armor.
Yep.
Why the hell is it doing this?
So we could keep the boots for you, and then like the clothing for Rex can't wear them, so that's
How good were the? What was the difference between the boots and the ring? Because if there is no difference, then I can take the.
boots.
the
The boots
boots
allowed you
was
to
the
travel over icy terrain without
terrain.
penalty,
Ah,
and also gave you the bonus of if you did wear winter clothing with them, it doubled your resistance to the cold.
yeah. So the boots
Then-
were much
yeah.
better.
Yeah, the boots
Then I
were
would keep
infinitely
boots.
better.
Don't think we'll need the ring.
Yeah.
Personally. I guess we could see how much he would give us for it and decide then.
I'm just thinking about it more in like the future cases if we need to go.
Oh yeah, no.
and I'm sure we are gonna go to the north anyway. So, yep.
Yeah.
So keep the boots, sell the ring, or keep both.
Please keep
Did
the
we
boots.
have anything else?
Not that I know of.
I mean, if nobody wants to use your Wand of the War Mage, I mean, that's something.
Yeah, yeah, that's something that I was thinking if I keep it or not. Maybe I can just keep it off. It doesn't give me that much anymore.
It's only a +1 if I remember right?
Yeah, and it doesn't add it to the damage either. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just a
let's
hit.
give it.
Okay.
Okay, and save.
Because I was intending on giving you that ring when you gave me the boots. Or Rax.
Okay, now
Oh.
it says it requires attunement.
But yeah, I can take the boots and we can sell the War Mage wand and then the ring.
Just
If
to-
no one else takes the ring.
Yeah, I mean it is still an attunement slot.
Yeah, which is kind of sad for something that gives you such a basic thing.
Yeah.
Like the boots make sense, but yeah, that little thing. There we go. I fixed it. Okay. I will get your glaive attuned real quick, Golga, and put it in your inventory.
Okay.
So now you have a super sexy glaive, which I will eventually find a picture for. So yeah, anything that you guys are wishing to try to trade off for him, go ahead and put in inventory or the chat so he can see it. Since you guys are talking about a bunch of things, but I'm not sure what you're actually wanting to part with. Well, willing to part with. Let me rephrase that.
Well, I know that either one of those would be good for Rax.
I'll take the
If
boots.
we ever go.
Yep. Boots make sense.
But see, that's the thing. It's like I was trying to figure out who else would be wearing cold resistant stuff besides just regular cold weather gear.
I mean, the ring is. I don't think it's worth it for the attunement slot.
Especially with the boots, but like I said, it's one
Yeah, I
of those
mean-
that's I'm so confused why that one requires an attunement slot, because I don't even think it gives you like the damage resistance, does it?
Yeah, and I have
no, it
the
does give you the
slippers
damage
to
resistance.
switch off. I can just keep switching them
Yeah.
between rests. So when
Yeah.
I know we are going to the gold, then I'm
Yeah.
gonna take the other boots and so on. I will keep.
Yeah.
That
Just
way you
switching
don't
them
have
around.
to wear, heavy stuff, but
And if we're heading towards the cold and someone feels uncomfortable, we could always first go looking for something better.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
be honest with those rings of warmth, they're actually fairly cheap.
Okay.
So, I mean,
You know,
you also have that ion stone too. I don't know if you ever attuned to it or not.
I didn't find it, so
No.
I don't have it on my inventory.
Really? It didn't. Should have been in there somewhere.
It probably was, but I couldn't just find the actual name.
Yeah, it was Dusty Prism Rose, if I remember right.
Yeah, that's what I tried to find, but I didn't. I found only the legendary necklaces and stuff.
Oh,
There's the Ion
not
Stone of
legendary.
Protection, which is the +1 AC that we were talking
Oh.
about.
So it was with that name. Yeah,
Is
Yeah.
that the one?
that's the one.
Okay.
We can sell that
Yeah,
one
it's
if you
like-
guys want.
Yeah, Ion Stone of
I don't-
Protection. No, that's not
I don't
it.
think it's just 1 AC, right?
Yeah, it added 1 AC to it. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the frigging colors in this thing.
Okay.
I guess we can add it there.
Sure.
Protection.
Ah,
Yeah,
God.
here it is. Iron Stone of Protection.
Let's sell it too. I doubt anyone needs it.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, the
And
fact that it's
couldn't-
+1 for an attunement slot, the bracers you guys have are better.
Yeah.
Could we
Just,
update those
added-
bracers for certain resistances?
I mean, if you were willing to pay the money and found somebody that can enchant them, I mean, technically, yes. Because they are just the base bracers. I mean, you could
Yep.
probably add a resistance of some sort to it.
It's probably gonna be like the sword thing, because the bracers are basic resistance, and you can add the element resistance to it, right? Might be talking shit though, but I don't know.
No, I mean,
Um,
I just flat out said that. I mean, if you can find
Oh,
someone
sorry.
with the talent to do it, since it is just a basic thing, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I guess we're
I'm-
selling the Ring of Warmth. Yes. Sorry, Olga.
Okay, so like, I just wanted to check what all's in the pile here.
no, you're fine, Ryoko. I was just wanting to make sure we didn't need it later.
Yeah, I mean, your caution is very much appreciated.
I'm just playing Olga the way she's supposed to be played.
Yeah,
No one's mad at you for that.
the opposite.
She,
I mean,
she's
you're
always
not-
worried about everybody except herself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Aw.
Same with Ryoko.
Bjorn's a jerk.
No, she's not.
Absolutely not.
Oops.
I mean, that says the bard that's been constantly stealing from people, so. Questionable words.
Teases people
With that.
with that.
Oh.
So, okay, is that all you're throwing into the pile?
Yep.
Okay, which he does
That's all
start
I
appraising the items you put down, which are all fairly common magic items, to be honest. And he says, okay, well, for these I can put 2,400 gold towards the price.
That
Ooh, that's
sounds
pretty
reasonable. That would leave 4,600.
So,
Let's see, how much money do I have? I have a total of 2,600 gold.
Thus, it's a tiefling. Rax is gonna switch into infernal and say something.
okay, well. Which he does seem a little bit surprised, but not completely. I mean, it was obvious you were a tiefling, but it does catch him a little bit off guard. What are you saying to him?
I'm gonna whisper it.
Okay.
Would you guys mind chipping in?
Just check.
If you have that
Yeah.
much money left after buying Olga's
Yeah.
thing. And
I mean,
the
that was
freezer
not
bags
expensive
and
at all.
stuff.
I still have 2,600 gold myself.
I've got about the same. I've got a little over 2,600.
Let me see here.
That would be a total of 920 if we do split it 5 ways. But I guess I can put more towards it because it's for me.
I'll put in 900.
Okay.
You said how much?
If we would split it 5 ways, that would be 920 from each.
I can give 920.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Because I'm still out of my range after that.
What do you think? That would actually clean Shimshana out. She only has like 950.
Yeah, if you can't, then don't.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the more higher end magic items, the ones with stat boost like that. Because honestly,
Yeah.
the headband of intellect would run about the same price.
If I put in every single piece of money that I have, I would still be short by a bit.
How much?
Let's see. Because I have 2,600 gold. If I take away that, then 180 gold would still be left, and I would be completely bare bones.
I can do.
I can give you the 180.
I can do
Okay.
13.
1,300? What?
Not like an additional 1300. I can do 1300 total.
Yeah.
I can do actually 16.
Oh, you're gonna give me 1,600 gold?
I can
Yeah.
also pitch in, but
Oh. Okay. Wait. Let's see.
See, I've given 920 gold already.
Yes. How much were you pitching in, Gren?
I just put in 1,000.
Then. Actually, okay. If I also put in, yeah, I can pay off the rest then. That would be 1,680 gold on me left. Because this is an item for me, I will only let you pay 1,400 instead of the 1,600 though. So I'll put 200 more gold on my cap.
I'll put 200 back in my.
Because this is an item that I'm gonna be wearing, and I don't want you to put so much towards that.
Okay.
Now, let me do all the platinum conversion in my head and subtract all the money.
Which,
real
while you
quick.
guys
So
are
I'm-
crunching numbers, Meeb is having a conversation with the shopkeep.
I'm going quick math mode here.
I still have 200 plats, so I can also give him something if needed.
I was gonna say, Shimshana needed money, right?
She had about 1,000, I
She had
believe.
like
and,
just
uh,
under 9, just
Yeah.
under 1,000, I think, total. She had like
And we
900
need-
something, 950.
I think, I think me, you, and Gren were the ones that were still loaded.
Yeah, because you guys are just sitting on your money.
Yeah. So I
Well,
can pay the rest of them.
I'm slightly loaded, but I'm still.
Until you have to scribe
I
more spells
still
or
have
something.
1,700.
Oh yeah, no, I can pay off the rest of my own.
Well, no, I'm saying that in case Shimshana needs
Okay.
any.
Yeah, we can have a look around for everything.
Speaking of looking around, he's going to inquire if they have a. Whoops. Let me check the name of it again. Not wands. That's what it's usually.
I just now realized Olga is in a ballroom dress with a giant emerald laced glaive on her back.
Yeah.
That just now
perfect.
clicked in my head.
The only thing that would make it more perfect if it wasn't emerald, but it was like sapphires.
Well, it's an acid one, not a cold one.
I know, but
But
I'm
honestly,
saying that 'cause
green
it would
complements
match the
blue
dress.
very well. It's that very dark dark green sort of thing.
Do
I
they
like,
have
I like to imagine that people must look at me confused because I'm carrying 2 hand axes, a javelin, a trident, a longbow, and 2 long swords.
I'm imagining you're probably just out with the long swords at the moment rather than your entire arsenal.
Yeah, probably long swords and bow.
You know, because you're not expecting to be attacked, but I know you are a bit paranoid about things. And since you
Yeah.
aren't carrying your armor, I imagine you just have maybe one of your swords on you, if not both.
Yeah,
Rather
because I
than
would probably
the
have them-
axes and the bows
probably-
and the javelin and
I would probably have the sheath on the same belt anyway, so I would probably have both sheaths on there.
yeah, it's like
rhythm makers of any level of
what were you wanting to check though for Gekronk?
rhythm makers drum?
The Rhythm Maker's drum?
Drum. Yep.
Rum or
Oh, shit.
drum?
Drum. Like the musical instrument.
Right.
Drum.
I think it goes by a very specific name. I know it's one of the instruments of the bards. Let me get out my book real quick and double check it.
Rhythm.
I can.
Because I know
the
which ones you're
amulet now.
talking about. I just don't remember what the specific name of the drum is, and the stupid thing is going to make me look it up by that.
In D&D Beyond, it just shows up as rhythm makers drum and the rhythm makers head needed.
Rhythm maker. Oh, that sounds sexy.
Huh.
It's going to be really good.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, let me pull up a D&D Beyond because it's not in my book.
That's some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, let me... Homebrews... Come on, let me browse magic items. Here we go. Drum.
I added the amulet.
Okay, so you paid it off?
Yeah, I paid all the money off. Updated my money on D&D Beyond, so it doesn't derp.
God damn it.
And there we go. The reason why I wanted to buy this was because this turns my my constitution into a 19 from 15, which is pretty neat.
Okay, you said it was...
And
I'm
meanwhile,
still not
I'm at
finding
it.
it.
I'm gonna add the boots.
Oh, there you go. There's the coloring around people now. I can see it on the chat.
Yep,
Oh,
except I'm gray. What the
But
heck?
mine still doesn't have any. How did you do that? How did you guys do that?
it's an option you can turn on.
I've been trying that for a long time.
That's weird. I'm not finding the
Right.
thing.
Okay.
How did
So
you
it
guys
was
do
the
that?
boots of the Winterlands, right?
Correct.
I'm gonna add them to my inventory then.
Book of Rhythm.
Unless Olga
Magic
wants to
Drums
keep
of
them.
Perfect Rhythm. You said it's the
I
D&D
can hold on
Beyond?
to them for you if you'd like.
I can put them on the back of holding, it doesn't matter.
So that's what I said. Just up to you.
I can take them.
Okay.
Yeah, D&D Beyond.
Is
Yeah,
it
that's what
indeed beyond?
I'm looking at it in, and I'm checking the thing. For some reason, it's not pulling up. Oh, it's checking fucking homebrew. I don't want homebrew. I just want magic items. You dumb piece of shit.
How did you guys do that?
Just
There we go.
Scroll.
Rhythm Maker's drum. Shit.
Where's that thing I
Okay, Rex. I took the boots
Okay, so
off
it's like
my
the wand
list.
of the War Mage for bards.
yeah, pretty much. But I also regenerate the
I took the boots now. Now they are on my inventory too.
regenerate configuration, and it works on all the saving throw spells.
Yeah, which is pretty nice, honestly.
Now the only thing I have unattuned on me is my
Which-
ring of swimming
Let's see if he
My
has any on
health-
him real quick.
and my keepsake.
Nah.
I still got to open that.
Which he has 2 versions of it. He has what would equivalent to the +1 and the +2 version.
Ooh. What sort of price range is it?
For the base one, he'll charge 1,000 gold.
Okay.
For the
That's
plus
nice.
2, it would be. Let's see what this would be. It would be 3,500 for the plus 2 version.
That's a little pricey. Do you want to try to talk him down a little?
Yeah, let's do it.
So,
What's up?
stupid thing hiding it from me because it threw me in the goddamn homebrew bullshit.
Minted.
Yeah, I guess so. Whoa.
Oh,
Honey,
Don't
Damn.
forget to update me and Rax.
Okay, well,
bar.
I think Rex
Really?
probably just did himself. I'll throw out your boots in a minute. Let's see how much you managed to talk him down then.
I've taken everything off. I just need you to update it so it's correct.
Oh, that. Okay, yeah, not a problem. I'll update Rax in a second.
yeah, no hurry. It's not like I'm gonna use the boots
Ooh.
now.
You are extremely persuasive, it seems. Talking about how
Yep.
many bards are going to come in and ask for this. I mean, you can't sell it to anyone else. No one else is going to use it. Blah, 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 blah. And you managed to knock him down an entire 1,000 gold.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
All right.
He's willing to part
well,
for it for 2,500.
I can put in 1,250.
What are we chipping in for?
Rhythm Maker's Drum plus 2. I could put in 1,000.
It's basically the wand of the war mage for bards.
Oh, I see. Because I just Spike was yelling in front of my door.
Good kitty.
Aw.
Mm.
Just had to let him outside.
So yeah, it'll give her an increased spell DC save on any spells that she casts on people.
Ah,
So as well as being able to restore one of her bardic inspirations per day.
nice.
I'm kind of light right now after all that purchasing.
Yeah.
I
I'll
can pitch in. How much did you need?
So, after Gren and Shamshana pitch in, we've got,
Not a whole lot.
2,001 and 200,
Yeah.
if my math is
I can chip in too.
So we need 300 more.
Yeah. That's all you need is 300 gold.
Did you want to help Rax or you want me to give the 300?
I mean, I can, but
We could split it up three-way
sure.
if you guys want.
She does
I'm a
inspire
bit
you
light on my
guys all the
pocket.
time.
Yeah, I'm a bit light on my pocket right now, but I'll
Especially
be...
since her
I feel
fucking
like
Valor
I have
inspiration is broken.
I have so much money at the moment. I'm been just thinking about the mimics.
Oh yeah.
You didn't
But
even
would you
ship it.
really be willing to replace Blitz as, as the favorite pet there?
No, I would love to have a Roomba.
Yeah.
Okay,
To
I
be
think I
honest,
should get rid of him.
because I didn't pitch into the other stuff, I will give the 1,000. So
Oh.
Which he, a little reluctantly because you talked him down. I mean, he's a businessman. He's always going to be salty when you convince him of something, but he does pass it over to you.
Oh, wonderful.
so you don't need to pay as much. I will pay the whole other 1,000 of it.
That went
And-
much more smoothly than the amulet, which I had to struggle for with math.
It's still kind of insane that you now have more hit points than the barbarian.
Yeah.
Whoa, that is huge.
Now,
Yeah,
those
I
How
think
much do you have now?
I went from
68.
50. Yeah, I went from 58 to 68.
Because he
Wow.
gets
Yeah.
plus
So you got
2
4
for
points
each
more
level
than
that
me.
he had because of the con boost, so... That's why that thing's pretty damn powerful.
Yeah.
So she
Yeah.
equipped the Maker's Drum, and she will attune to it next time she feels.
Now, you can just attune it now, if you want. It's not gonna... You won't run into... Unless you deliberately pick a fight, you're not gonna run into combat in this city.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, I will update her. And I'll update... I believe... Was it Rax that paid the rest?
Yeah, because I gave him the boots.
Okay. And Good Kronk paid some.
And don't pay all of the money because I paid extra.
Rax was feeling very
I bet you-
benevolent.
Perfect.
Because I didn't pitch into the other one, so
Okay, there we go.
This
Shepshana needs to pay like what,
Oh.
250 only and keep all the other.
Okay.
So,
It was
okay.
7.
Ryoko feels very weird of not having any more money.
That's not true.
Thank you.
You still have plenty of money by the look of it.
You actually
I still
have
have some.
805 gold is, or 50 gold is not something to scoff at. I mean, you're not going to buy another powerful magic item with that amount, but
Oh, I don't even have anything attunable, anything left or something like that, so I am good for the time.
That's pretty good.
Ooh. So yeah, what did you just? You unattuned from the hide.
Yeah.
What I figured
Yes,
you were
I-
gonna do.
Yeah, I would say the con for the saves and the hit points is better than the +1 AC and the resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly the resistance, I think. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, looking at the time, we are gonna call it here.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
need to sleep.
Yeah.
I do too. I've got work at 4 in the morning, so
Oh no!
Oh, God.
I
We
just
can
wanted you
continue
guys to get
tomorrow
all your
if you
shopping
have
done before we game next time, so we don't have to worry about it in the middle of everything. Plus, everybody except Grinconk really got some new shiny stuff. Not that your bags are holding are bad, but it's like you're the
Yeah.
only one that didn't get some brand new shiny thing, and Rax hasn't got anything super shiny yet.
Yeah.
And I
I
wanna
still
have
have
the
some
Chinese
money
already.
if you want to try.
thank you, Olga and Gren, for not making me go broke on that amulet.
I found something that I'm
Hey,
looking
I got
forward
a
to.
steal for that glaive, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, you really did. You got fucking stupid lucky with the roll on that.
Thank you so much for me, Rex, for helping with the getting the drum.
Oh
Yeah.
no problem, because
But-
I didn't help the others.
But yeah, it's like, honestly, if there's something else magical that you guys are thinking about, this is the place to try to find it. Yeah, there's undoubtedly somewhere in the city, it's just a matter of if you can afford it.
I have something
Is
in my
there-
mind,
is
but I
there
need a lot of
anything
money
that-
for that.
Anything that...
Is there anything that I can get to up my con that wouldn't require attunement?
Not off the top of my head that I can think of. Because I think the only official item is the Amulet of Health. And that one, unfortunately, is, attunable. And it gives you that...
Yeah, I was just curious.
Because it seems like most the stat boosting things now don't give you a static plus. It just sets your stat to something else.
Yeah.
Which is
It's fine. I was
slightly
just
annoying,
curious.
honestly. That's why I had to fight with one of the items so fucking much. It's because it wouldn't let me just add +2 intelligence.
Yeah.
So it's just I had to change it to something else. But like a lesser thing, I mean, you might be able to find lesser amulets of health, but they probably wouldn't. Well, honestly, they probably wouldn't benefit you because it would be like a 17 con.
That would be one more than I have, I think.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be enough to bump you over that point to actually give you any real benefit.
Yeah, I'm not too worried. I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, you're really healthy. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
Those-
honestly,
Yeah, no,
best
I,
thing
like,
in-
I'm not worried about
Yeah.
being killed, because so far I've done okay.
I'm the one
Thoroughness
who's
is-
gonna die.
thoroughness is the best thing at D&D to get everything sorted out.
it's
But,
like,
You did say armors. This was unrelated. Like +1 armors were like 2,500.
and on general, yes.
Okay, that might be something I'd save up for next, because if they work like swords, they also don't need attunement, right?
As long as it's a +1 or flat plus item, generally it does not require attunement.
Okay, then that might be something
Is
I
there a
might
way
work with next.
we can perform and make some extra spending cash too? Oh.
Probably.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
there's plenty of things to do that, but it'd be something you'll do next thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like officially the only item that raises Constitution in 5th edition is the Amulet of Health.
Jeez.
But I mean,
Yeah.
homebrew is a thing, and if you guys go on the right sort of quest and look for the right sort of items, you know, I can make things. For all you know, you could find, you know, the belt of the giant soul that adds to your strength and your con and give you the, you know, the giant stats of both if you look hard enough.
Oh
Ooh.
God.
That's
You know,
just
or
crazy.
the dex the ring of the quickling that gives you quickling levels of dexterity and auto haste.
Fire smiles.
It's like, don't get me wrong, these are not things you're just gonna find laying around probably at your
No,
current level,
no.
but
God, no.
because something
those
that
were-
boosts your strength and con to like a fucking fire giant level, that is beyond a rare item. That is literally probably an artifact.
Broken.
Legendary and stuff like
Oh,
that.
that would be beyond legendary, because I
Was
think
it
like the
legendary?
Storm Giant, which gives you 27 strength, is considered legendary. Like having something that
Aw,
gives you
yeah.
strength and con of that level would be an artifact level item. We're talking shit of literal legends, like the
Yeah.
blade of like a greater angel or some shit like that, or the headband of perfect self, which someone you know has.
Wow.
There's something that sounds pretty interesting that I just found. It's the armor of Gleaming, the armor that never gets dirty.
Yeah, it's just clean. That's all it is clean. That one's one of my favorites. It's like, I think it's like you can buy a set for like 100 plus whatever the base price of the armor is, because it's such a silly
Aw.
little fucking thing. Did I make it? What? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Already on your
Which,
Yes,
yeah,
as
the
we
headband
are
is
still
something
here.
very special. You'll probably never, ever, ever, ever get a hold of for
Oh,
various
shit.
reasons.
Same with the cloak of dislocation or whatever it was called.
Well, I mean,
Displacement.
displacement. I mean,
Yeah,
like
displacement.
at this point, what would you be willing to actually unattune with to wear it?
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, that would still be better to get. The Amulet of Health would probably be good to get rid of then for something like that, because that's crazy. Because everyone would have disadvantage on me with both magic and melee attacks.
And then I just start sending everything with blind sense and true sight after you.
And then it would be deactivated.
Blind sense, don't care about no displacements.
Luckily, I get extra savings on my wisdoms as a samurai.
Well, yeah, I mean, but blind sense is basically echolocation, so a visual effect like displacement doesn't work against it.
Oh.
Same thing with tremor sense.
So I guess it's in a way kind of like if you cast a decoy and it's an anti-magic field, the decoy disappears.
Yeah, I mean, even with mirror image, like those same things would bypass it because it's a visual-based illusion.
Oh,
So
okay.
something that like did visuals through heat or sound or vibrations, the illusions are just bent light.
Oh,
So
okay.
they wouldn't even give them a second's thought. They just go straight for the mage that casts the spell.
I have to say though, the having like the cloak of displacement would lead to hilarious role-playing things.
It would definitely be
someone-
interesting.
Some